What up, what up, what up, yo? Don't mind me. I know it always takes me a couple extra minutes. So in a case like tonight, what happens is my kids, who I love more than anything else in the entire world, are ultra curious. They think I'm fucking famous because I do a little live stream. Oh, by the way, somebody told me you're not supposed to swear within the first like X amount of minutes of a live stream because it gets put. I don't give a fuck about any of that. That just seems so silly. Um, so my kids want to know like what's going on. Now, I'm probably going to have to bring them on just so they can look over my shoulder once and you guys will get to see the kids. But so what happens is I come down here. Now, I get my mind right before I come on camera. Like I'm literally over there dabbing it up. And what happens is my kids are down here and they want to watch. They're like, can we just stand over there and we can watch you start? But I need them to get the fuck out of the basement so I can get my mind right. Then come over here to do the thing. I can't do that while they're right here. They're 10. So I have to placate to them a little bit, blah, 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 get them up the stairs. And then I'm like power dabbing my way through the first fucking, the next couple minutes before while you guys are sitting here waiting patiently, I am dabbing it the fuck up. And before I go any further, I just realized my phone charger is fucking upstairs and my phone is about to die. Hold on. Fuck. If there was some kind of an award for the most unprepared podcaster, I'll have to show you guys what it looks like right here around me. I am just like, wow. The studio in general is an absolute disaster. I was talking with Jeremy Kimberlin the other night, and I would just happen to be, I was like, oh, here, take a look. So I gave him, I had a bunch of stuff everywhere. And I gave him a quick look, and he was very complimentary. That was nice. I worked hard for all this, but it's if you just saw that mail call that I put up a minute before the show, it's been wild out there in these pre-order streets. So we all everybody's wallet these days right now is just like that taken out behind the woodshed and just pummeled by all of this stuff coming in. It has just been crazy. Let me while I try to catch my breath between the dabs and just running upstairs. Who do we got in the house? I know my brother Matt is here from Mo's Mind. What up, Matt? Good to see you. My dude, just another jerk. Always crushing it in them Twitter streets endlessly. What up? Snow Leopard is here. I always will take a minute to remind everybody that right now it is 11 after 3 in the morning for Snow Leopard, getting up and supporting. I love you, brother. Thank you. This show is one of the only reasons I can keep track of what day of the week it is. Well, that's because you're a hardworking motherfucker, Matt. You know, when your life is print, orders, family, kids. The only thing that gets you to differentiate is something like this. That's glad to be of service in that way. Paul Morales, what's up, buddy? Hey, I saw you this afternoon at the Full Force podcast, I believe. Just another jerk again. Oh, look, that's me. Big Red in the house. What's up, y'all? I don't know about anybody else, but I'm loving Big Red's black and white noir sequence. Fucking turbo shit. Let's go down. Duke's Retro. What's up, brother? Do I follow you? Are we on Twitter? What is your Twitter handle? That the Duke's Retro is kind of like not ringing a bell, but either way, welcome. I don't know if I've seen you in here before. Roadblock, my brother is in the house. What's up, my dude? Constantly dropping stuff. Giant Size Man Thing. What's good, y'all? Alba Army in the house. What's up, my dude? All right, and then I think that brings me to the end of it. All right, so anyway, here we are, Saturday night. I am Michael from Destro Designs. We are live from the Viper Den Studios. And like I was saying, I had this whole issue with the kids, so I hate to leave you guys sitting here for minutes at a time. I'm trying to come up with an idea of how I can, what a workaround is. I think I'm just going to have them real quick stand behind me to see what it is, and then that's it. Hopefully the fascination ends, because they legit, like even when I talked to them this afternoon, I'm like, yo, girls, we need to not do the thing that you do when I'm about to go live on the internet. I need you to not all of a sudden get crazy and be like right up my buns, which I love. I love it because the kids are great. That's how I want it. There's, they're 10. The next thing I know, they're going to be not as interested in all this, and I'll be begging for them to come and bother me about it. So I'm trying to make the most out of it while still, getting as prepared as I can. Because it really is a mad dash. My old ass, I always, my routine is, I work pretty much every Saturday. Everybody, you've heard me say it a million times. I'm doing the remodel. And if you saw that mail call today, I didn't crop the picture, so you got to see my dab station on the left, and then you got to see around the corner, you know, like where you could see the wall and stuff. It's the unfinished part that I haven't gotten to yet. So, but anyway, yeah. So here we are again, and I'm gonna try to work away so I don't leave you guys kind of sitting there. Yeah, been super busy this week. I feel like I spent like almost no time in the Twitter streets. I didn't. I can't take my phone out as much recently. It's like if what happens is I have guys working, people around me, and when I'm and I'm not paying enough attention to what's going on. So I've been trying to be more focused when I'm at work. But yeah, so that is that's I get home at night and I try to catch up as best I can. So if there's anybody out there and you have I brought it up the other day to Mark Potter, anybody that wants, if you're putting out that content, I mean, hell, I do it. If you're putting out that content and you want to make sure people see it, don't be afraid to tag some people. I get tagged in something, I will see it. I will always go through those notifications and it'll be, and I respond to all that stuff. But sometimes what happens is I can't just scroll. I don't have the time to scroll through the feed, which sucks because that's where we're all at. But so what happens is at night I sit down and I go to do it. And here's where my challenges are right now. And if there's anybody who's got went through this or has a solution, let me know. My fucking Twitter app crashes endlessly. And what I mean is I will be in the middle of doing a quote tweet and boom, it'll just close and the quote tweet is gone. There's times that I'm in the middle of it. When I'm DMing with people, I have to go to my notes app, type the fucking response in the notes app, and then copy paste it because you know how many times I've gotten 2 paragraphs into a fucking DM response and it wipes it out. Dude, there's times where if like we're in a conversation, all of a sudden I stop and I don't respond for like 5 hours. It's because I was this close to throwing my phone into the fucking sun because it crashed 3 times in a row on this stupid thing. So, hey, this week in Hearthstone, what's up, brother? Yeah, I know you're usually the first one, but listen, I promise you didn't miss anything because the first 7 or 8 minutes was everybody waiting for me, and then there was another 30 seconds in between where I had to run upstairs to get my phone charger. You missed nothing. It's basically me doing the housekeeping and a disclaimer and stuff like that. So yes, you didn't miss anything. Ms. Tally in the house, lifelong person I've known forever, good 30 years. Well, good to see you there. Yeah, so if for some reason you DM me and I don't respond, it's my phone is probably my app is crashed. I'm all of a sudden like totally and sometimes what I have to do, I have to close the app and I have to move on from because I get so mad. I've come so close to throwing my phone as hard as I can. So that's what goes on there. And the same thing is those times that I would scroll through during the day. If I've got a few minutes and kind of catch up, then that's what happens is I scroll through. The first thing I stop at to like retweet, it immediately crashes on me. And that's it. For my mental health, I have to like step away. So now, to fix the problem, what happened is I kept getting this thing that would pop up and it would say, oh, uninstall this, whatever. Like, I think it was WebView or some kind of something. I don't know what it was. Now I deleted that. Didn't really get better. I went to the app itself and tried to like optimize it. I cleared the cache. Still kind of really the same thing. The only thing I can think of is that it says I have like 10 gigabytes of stuff loaded onto, meaning like, which I'm assuming is all my content, like the videos. I mean, those are 1080p videos. They're sometimes a minute long, and there's a bunch of them that I have uploaded. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I have to get my boy CG Horror and see if there's anything that he knows that can be done because we have a problem, Houston. There's a problem. Like I said, there's so much time that I could catch up during the day in a 10-minute like swoop of just responding to things that I don't get to do because this thing just starts crashing and I want to lose my fucking mind. It definitely happened at some crucial junctures when I was in the middle of a DM with somebody and it like so anyway, I'm going to move on from that. But I've been busy. that's what's going on. If I've missed something of yours, because everybody is so very supportive to me, I want to do the same for you. So forgive me if something like that happens. Let's see, what else did I have here? Oh, so I do have the second account, Viper Den Studios. I haven't posted anything on there for a while. That was originally going to be content that was strictly for the movie sequence I was doing, Silent Serpents. Well, things have changed as they do in life, and I'm no longer just focused on that movie. I'm doing a lot of things that involve a bunch of different content that, while I can work it into the movie as best I can, the order with which they're coming out, it's just, there's a dance that I can't get it to all do the same thing. So what I'm going to wind up doing is I'm just going to go all the content that I have on Destro Designs, I'm uploading to Viper Den Studios. Because everybody that's here is probably all the same people that would want to retweet all that stuff. Everybody supports me so well on the Destro Design page. I don't expect the same thing from the second page when it's literally the same content. Feel free to do as you wish. I love you for whatever. I'm going to be doing a content dump over there. So all the way back, I think, to when I first started putting music in, before it was actual like music, I was doing G.I. Joe soundtrack. So I'd made the Viper grenade case. I had the Cobra music in the background, and it featured the Cobra case. So like pretty much every fucking thing from there all the way through, all the content that I've released, I'm gonna upload over there, and it's gonna be a succinct way. Now I tried to do it where all of my finished stuff is in my highlights. You could click on the highlights and it's all right there, but it's not the same as if, because I have a lot of still pictures. It's not just all videos. It's good still shots that when you scroll through, I want to see it like that. But I appreciate all the support from everybody. I just don't want to feel greedy by having this second account and uploading what is in essence the same stuff. I don't want to do two different ones, but yeah. Big Red, that would drive me nuts. Yes, let me tell you, brother, it did drive me nuts. Like when I say I was this close to throwing my phone into the fucking sun, that's not really an exaggeration. There's been times now I know better. Like with the DM, I go to my notes and type it out first. Okay. But before that happened, there was multiple long, everybody knows that's ever DM with me knows that I don't DM you to bullshit. I'm saying some heartfelt shit. And there's been times that I've typed out a fucking response and it has deleted it. And I have been like, there is a side of me y'all don't know. And that fucking almost brought it out of me. So again, the Viper Den Studios is there. If you're not following me over there, I would appreciate it if you did. And then, like I said, once this upcoming content dump, because it's going to all be at once, I'm going to upload it one after the other, after the other, after the other. In as fast a time as this crashing ass app will let me. So I just want to give everybody a heads up that I don't necessarily expect everybody to retweet every fucking one of these things that I'm putting up, because the timeline will just literally be flooded with all of my shit that day, which actually sounds kind of cool, but no, that's what it is. A couple things came up this week. So, I want to tease a couple things that we're going to do in the show. Hopefully everybody here saw that mail call that I put up today. Now that is everything that I've gotten since last Monday. There might be a thing or two in there that came in on Friday. And then I think Snow Job that snuck in there. I may have actually showed that last week, but everything else, I spent a lot. Now, not every bit of that is staying. One of the snake armors is going to my brother Matt. Another one of the snake armors is going to my brother NOD on Twitter. He is at, I can't think of what his @ is, but his name is NOD. He paid me immediately, and he actually overpaid me more than I asked for. All I asked for was the cost was I have free shipping from Pulse, so I didn't pay for it to get shipped here. It was $75. So I'm only in for $75. Even that's that. And I said, hey, it'll probably be between 15 and 20 to ship it to you. Why don't you just send me 95? He sent me 110 or 120. I think he sent me 120. And he mentioned how he's inspired by all the things that we're doing in the community. And so what I'm going to do with that extra money that he sent me is I'm just going to buy 2 figures. I'll throw in a couple extra bucks. I'm going to buy 2 figures. I'm just going to give them away. Going to do a same thing where I don't care if anybody's following me. It doesn't matter. We'll do just give me the hell yeah, brother in the post, and then that'll be good. So Popco Frenzy, what's up, brother? It looks like some other people jumped in. I don't know who I missed. It looks like I'm scrolling back quick. It looks like everybody. I touched on everybody. Oh, right. If you don't comment, I don't know you're there. Before I go too far, when we talk about giveaways, my boy Popco Frenzy and we did a giveaway last week. The winner was just another jerk. He won the grand prize, which was the Cobra Commander with the marker set. I DM'd with him and was like, "Hey, yo, I got the thing. Give me the Addy. Let's go." And I had mentioned ahead of time to with everybody that I was kind of like, "Oh, hey, if Cobra Commander isn't your jam or you already have it or anything like that, let me know, and I will get you something else." So when we were sitting there, we were talking. And he kind of basically alluded to, I can't remember if he already had the Cobra Commander or he can't remember if he had the Cobra Commander or just wasn't that interested. It was one or the other. So I was like, well, I'll get you whatever you want. I went through some of the figures that I had over here and we settled on Major Blood. So Homeboy is going to be getting Major Blood instead of the Cobra Commander. But here's where the story gets awesome. Now, given the nature of what I've been trying to preach and get everybody to do and everybody has been doing and given and everything, my dude came through, and by the way, I absolutely love this, that everybody that I wind up talking to about these things, like, really has the same sense and idea that they want to help and do stuff too. I can't tell you that even saying thanks and you're interested, you like what I'm doing makes me happy. But when you're then putting your money where your mouth is, in essence, for that, and then doing it yourself, really makes me happy, and it really makes my day. That's like, if you want to thank me for anything, that's how to do it. I want you to do it too. Like, I've sent out care packages and people are like, "Oh, hey, I want to do something for you." And I'm like, no, don't do it for me. You do it for somebody else. And then that way, that's how it gets spread, right? We can bounce it around each other, which is great. I do give to our members of the community, but I don't want anything back. I want to give it outward. And then that's how we spread that joy. But so after sending him the Major Blood, not only did he do that, he had some screenshots from the post of, the contest post. And he had pointed out somebody that was like, he was like, "Hey, to make a long story short, we were pointed in the direction of some things. And then in a generous kind of thing, we picked a second place winner. Willie Pete is the dude. Oh God, is it Willie Pete? Fuck, I didn't write that down. I think it's Willie Pete. Willie Peters on Twitter. He's one of the Joe Bros. He's been having a time. I think his dad had recently passed. And anyways, I hit him up, told him he was second place winner and that he was getting Cobra Commander in the markers. And the response I got from him, which I don't want to share, just, I do try to keep everything in a DM as private as possible. Let's just say we made the right move. He expressed that. I will say that he had never won anything. And then he kind of talked about some other stuff. So let's just say that just another jerk was on the money and was just as pivotal in getting this second place winner, who really, it kind of sounds like, regardless of how you want to shake it down, he's the winner. That dude was very happy. Yeah, so we made the right move. And I just wanted to give a shout out to just another jerk pulling his fucking weight in this thing that we're doing to make other people happy, and really getting it, because anybody can just kind of give shit to people, but when you're getting it in the places that it's needed the most, that I really like that. Like, we're coming into the holidays and I'm trying to think of the best way to do something, because Christmas can be a very challenging time, money wise and financially. It's not something I have to necessarily worry about. I mean, I do. Trust me, I want to give my kids a lot of shit and everything is expensive right now. But I know there's some people out there that are trying real hard, and it's, everything is so super expensive. So I don't know. I kind of want to do something. The thing would be is I would have to put it on the community to open up and be honest and like reach out to me and say, "Hey, listen, we're coming up on Christmas and I'd like to get my kids some stuff." Doesn't even necessarily have to be G.I. Joe. I feel like if our community, everybody tossed up 10, 15, $20 or something, and we helped out a family. Like our GI Joe community like adopts a family, and we donate some money to them to make sure that their kids get a good Christmas. That's something I'm trying to work out. I know I had spoke with CG Horror. He was really interested in doing something. He's been bitten by the bug and wants to give back as well. So I got some shit cooking. And out of all the dioramas and the other raffles and all this stuff, that's the thing I want to pull off. Yeah, I want to make that happen where we and who knows, maybe if it winds up getting enough, maybe we could do 2 families, something, anything. But it's going to come down to I'm going to have to put some sort of an announcement out there where we're just and we don't have to, like, nobody has to know. Like, if you reach out to me and you're like, hey, I'm really embarrassed, I wouldn't want to say I don't give a shit. That's not what we're doing. I would just make it known, like, hey, here's anybody that gave to us, here's the receipts, here's what we bought, or here's what we sent to this family, and then that would be that, right? I don't need any money from that. I would just do it. Whatever money I got, I'd immediately send and eat fees or whatever it was. But that's the goal. So stay tuned for that. I will be tapping into the community. I know I do ask kind of for a lot, like retweet all my shit, and I tag everybody in the stuff and do everything. But I will be asking everybody to give. I will be putting my money where my mouth is. I am already trying to figure out what the amount I feel like if I could start off by having like $200, and then everybody could add on to that, and then whatever we get will go to one family, and if it's enough, 2 families. So stay tuned for that. That is what's up. So that all ties in with my boy Pop Culture Frenzy. Hey, wait, hold up. Did I see Commander Kron? My brother is in the house. Shaolin. Awesome. Yeah, dude, you really are from Shaolin, dude. That is fucking awesome. Do you have any interest in going to the Cold Slither show, my friend? I don't think it's feasible for me to go. I have so much going on right now that for me to take that night off and spend the money to travel down there, never mind the fact that thinking about driving through the Lincoln Tunnel to get into downtown Manhattan over by where Chelsea is. I know that area. It's fucking brutal to drive around. I don't really want to take a train and then have to worry about getting out of the show and getting on a train and then going it's like, what if I meet some people and I want to hang out for a little while? I don't want to have to run out to the train. So but if Commander Kron said he would want to go to that Cold Slither show, I will definitely absolutely. You are going to Cold Slither? Huh. My brother, I'm going to talk to you tomorrow in the DMs because I want to go. And not that I mind going myself so much, but yeah, Pop Cold Frenzy, get on a plane, come here. Yo, fly in Albany International, which is right here. It's literally right by my house. I will pick you up from the airport and we will drive down to New York City. I will buy your fucking Cold Slither ticket. I think the ones I looked at, there were some real expensive ones in the front. But yeah, now I don't know. I spoke with Doc Sewage about it. He was like, hell yeah, man, it would be awesome if you made it down here. So, but Commander Kron, I'm serious. I'm going to be DMing you if you are going to Cold Slither. I want to explore that because knowing that I would, again, it's not that I wouldn't mind going alone. It's just it's far, and I'm as awesome as this would be. I could do a mini version of my podcast like on the way down. Anyways. I really do want to go to that, but it's also not only with everything going, even if it was perfect and I had nothing going on and there was no stress about it, I would even still I would still be hesitant because I just don't have the furnace of ambition for things like this anymore. So like me myself, y'all have no idea how much of a party animal I was in my 20s. I worked to party. I would do a bathroom job and then I wouldn't have to work for like a week. And then all my friends had kids. I would just go to their house and party. So it's funny. You and the Puzzle Baroness will be there. All right. So I will be in touch. That makes me feel like I want, yeah. Make them do it and kiss me. It's kind of funny. So before I get too far away from the giveaway with my boy Pop Cold Frenzy, I wanted to show you the shirt. I absolutely love this. This is from Pop Cold Frenzy's TeePublic store. I do believe he's got at least one more on there. But if you want to take a look. Everybody knows what TeePublic's about. It's all the same quality. It's all good stuff. Now, I had just recently ordered a lot of stuff from TeePublic. I bought 7, 8, 9, 10. I think 10 shirts from Stevie Z off of his site. I definitely got, oh my God, Juggalo Makeup Wolfson, you're fucking killing me. Um, it totally just threw me off. Yeah, so Stevie Z has a bunch. He's got the blueprint shirts. Once again, I left them upstairs. I was going to go through them all. Maybe I'll run up later and grab them if we have a second here. I'll probably have to take a bathroom break. And I'll grab those shirts to show you because, yo, if you have not seen, well, anyways, before I go too far with him, this is what Pop Cult Frenzy has. Yo, I absolutely love this shirt. Yes, the green is the one, right? I definitely look now like the heather blue. Or it's like with the heather navy, whichever one that is. I love that one. I've got a bunch in that color. But yeah, the green is where it's at. It goes really contrast really good with the red and the yellow. And plus, like, yeah, anything that's Joe, I like with the army green, right? So I've got I have the Wolverine and the bivouac fucking blueprint shirts from Stevie Z, and those are fucking, I love that. It just looks so dope. But yeah, man, this is really sweet. I absolutely love this. I think there's definitely I think there's definitely something to something like this, right? Pop, if you come up with like I don't know, I mean obviously quick kick would be karate too, or like beachheads, something like soldiering, beachheads book something, right? I think there's maybe more to that there, but yeah, that's awesome. I absolutely love the shirt. The T Public stuff is, as far as I know, it's quality, right? I mean, I have a bunch of them upstairs. I mean, we'll see what they look like after a year. Maybe I'm not a good litmus test. I don't wear spoiler. I don't wear GI Joe shirts usually during the week, not at all unless I'm on the show. So like my work, I wear Carhartt college shirts and shit like that and everything. So, but if I'm anywhere remotely that socially, I will put something like this on underneath. And then that way, if I have a chance to show it off, like I remember, and I might've said this before, when I just went on vacation this year, I think I only had like 6 or 7 GI Joe shirts, but they were nice. Now I have 28. So, apparently I buy my shirts like I buy my figures. But yeah, when I was on vacation, walking down that main strip we have where the vacation house is, it's right near the beach in Cape May. And even though nobody has any idea what GI Joe is, when I was walking down that strip that night, and I had my 788 his shirt with my black shorts, my black hat, and my Cobra socks with my black and red Vapor Max shoes, I felt like a fucking god for sure. So I do enjoy the good ones. And so Pop, keep it coming. Stevie Z has the dope shit. So listen, I will have every one of those blueprint shirts that he comes out with. Right, the night landing one is a little, I don't want to say it's like not as detailed because it's just the boat part. So there's like some really flat, less detailed parts. But even that one I like. It's fucking great. Also, if you're in the shirt game, our boy Jay Antonio Nunya, I don't have it yet, but I just ordered it this morning, maybe yesterday. I got the Back to the Future. Now I didn't have my glasses on, so I don't know if he's customized that in some way. There's like a joke or something. I think it might just be the literal Back to the Future logo. So it's got the two where it says, so it's the second one. I think that's the one where they had the hoverboards and the Nike fucking whatchamacallit, or the Reebok Nike, the pumps. Remember the pumps? Boys, I'm trying to stay up with the chat. It looks like sometimes it gets difficult. I try to stay paying attention and whatnot, but yep. Okay, back to Commander Kron, Puzzle Baroness. Yes, Commander Kron, don't forget, I will be reaching out to you. Also, show notes. I do in fact want to change the time of the show. Last week we were up. If I go 3 hours, I don't want to be holding everybody hostage till fucking midnight. That seems a lot to ask. West Coast boys, maybe that's a little different because it's obviously at midnight, it's 9 o'clock. But even still, that seems like a long time and late at night. I think a lot of us are maybe mostly on the East Coast. I'm not sure. But I'm probably going to move it to 8. And I feel like if just that 1 hour, which means if I go 2 hours, it's over at 10. I bet everybody would appreciate that. Let me know what everybody's thoughts are. Just to kind of have an idea. If I'm wearing something other than the layered gore of my foes, Carhartts make the cuts. Yes. So my shirts a lot of them are Carhartt because I'm a label whore, right? But what I like to wear, I was telling our boy Stevie Z this. So I wear on my feet, I wear nothing but Danner boots. Danner boots are the fucking shit. Now, there's other boots that are fine, but nothing compares to a Danner boot to me. I think I counted them. I'm not kidding. I think I have 22 pairs of between work boots and work like sneakers, where it's like a steel toe, kind of something that's airy and it makes me my feet sweat. So no, I definitely 100% have the Danner boots is only what I wear on my feet. As far as my work pants and other work gear, it's all Duluth trading, 100%. I have upwards. I counted them recently and I was so disgusted. I have 20 plus pairs of Duluth pants. They have the fire hose pants, which is literally the same thing that a fire hose is made out of. You wash that bitch 2-3 times, you feel like you're wearing sweatpants, but you actually have the most rugged and raw fucking goddamn pants you can find, and they look nice. And then they make a fire hose flex, which in the summertime it's amazing. I don't want to be a big commercial for those things, but I do, anytime I get the chance or anybody asks, I do say, if you are on your feet, yep, Duluth is good too. I love that Duluth shit, brother. It's fucking sweet. It's expensive. It's expensive, for sure. Right now the pants are on sale, but they're normally like $79. And I know that may sound crazy for a pair of pants, but like, I don't know. It's tried and true. I've worn other shit for years. I've been a contractor for 25 years. I've been doing stuff where just recently have I done more supervising than working. So 100%, I'm pretty ecstatic with all those brands. So if you're doing anything like that, plus, and Duluth looks good. As I get older and I try to dress a little more like a grown up, they've got some really nice shit. I've got sweaters, like how Beachhead wears like that green sweater. I have a couple of those fucking ones that are really tits. I'll have to wear one down here. There's no heat down here in this basement, but it's not cold. But I'm sure in the wintertime I'll probably either have to have a space heater, but I'm always gonna want to wear the shirts. That's right, brother. Doing shit for other people is hard work, and I got to be prepared. No, I actually didn't know nothing about Duluth pants. It's funny we mentioned it like that. They were gifted to me. So right before I met my wife, yeah, this is a very long time ago. I worked at a bar, and yes, my kid's mother. So it was before then. Yes. Anyways, my sister dated a guy that owned a restaurant that had a bar in it, and I worked there in the front, helping out, because the restaurant he's an amazing chef. He runs a good spot. Everything was turbo, but he got really busy between where the bar was and everything. So I went. He would pay me like really well to come and hang out. He was good with the people, and I could make a drink. People liked it. They always raved, and plus I didn't mind like doing whatever he needed. Jumping back. Oh, dude, this garbage is full. I can't take this out right now. Can you help? Sure, fine, no problem. So I was paid well, but back then we used to have a really good Christmas party every year, and it might have been the last year I went. I think it was, he got me a pair of Duluth pants, and boop, that was it. Changed. I've never bought anything else. That's not. I'm sorry. I bought. Moving on. Sorry about that. We'll get back to the GI Joe. But that's the shit. Duluth trading. Check it out. Danner boots. That's what you want. So I veered off from when I was talking about Viper Den Studio. So there's a content dump coming there, and that's going to be a little more active. And I'm going to try to. I'm always going to release stuff on Destro Design. So when you guys share that, that's how that's going to work out. Sorry, just checking a message. Yes, you have a wonderful night too. Sorry, communicating with somebody else that's in a different text. Always makes me happy. So again, don't feel super obligated to do much when I put the stuff on the Viper Den Studios account. That's mostly to just have there, so it's easy for people to go and reference that stuff. I could be like, hey, check me out if you want to see all my finished stuff. Boop, boop, boop. Easy to peruse type of thing. So I think I did touch on this too, as I had said to people, tag me in your photos. I don't want to miss your shit. I don't always have time to scroll, but if I hit that notifications and I go through there and I've seen that you've tagged me in something, I'll see your stuff. I want to share it. I want to look at it. I want to enjoy it. I think, I said that to Mark Potter, because he's very, very good. He takes a lot of really good pictures. And instead of missing it, I told him that I wanted him to hook it up. And yeah, so it's not a burden. I know like Roadblock, sometimes he does and sometimes he doesn't. Like, brother, don't be afraid, bro. It's not a burden or or you're not overdoing it or anything, tag me in every one of your photos. And also that's what, that way, it's stuff that I can talk about like on the show. Unfortunately, I didn't have too much time to go through and write down too much on the work that some people did, but I got some stuff that was meant to get on here, and so that shit's getting on. And before we go too far from the contest, yeah, so tag me in your photos with all your shit. Boom, boom, boom. I talked about it last week. Our boy Jeremy Kimberlin has a very good. I meant that Nunya is also in New York. Oh, he is, Commander Kron. You know what? You're right. You're right. I don't know if does he still live in the city, or did he? I know. You're right. I do think I knew that somehow. I mean, our boy is. He's. He had that fall. I know he's still recovering. I don't know if. Getting over to the Cold Southern show is. But I love it. We can definitely reach out to him. While we're right here, hold on. Let me put a pin in what I was just about to say. Since we're talking about Nunya, so this morning, our boy Pop had this really great idea, and so I had made a post briefly touching on that. I was I am like the biggest Hunter S. Thompson fan. And Roblox. You will know when there is a thing on High Show for the big boxing. Wow. So, oh fuck. Yes, I thought I was going to be the next Hunter S. Thompson. So I got fucked up and I got published, and then I realized that I wasn't going to make any money. I wasn't good enough to where then people were gonna like pay for my writing. So I wound up when I was going to college, and I took this trade school program that I wound up getting credit for. I was like, yeah, I'll fucking do that. This sounds perfect. So I did. And when I was doing that, my instructor, the teacher, whatever you'd want to call him, was like, hey, man, I know you want to maybe explore engineering and all this other stuff. He was like, you're really good with your hands, considering you had no experience whatsoever. You did this, you did that. I actually won a lot of awards. I took raw wood, milled it down and made a bookcase. It was the first thing I ever built. I still have it. It's out in my shop right now, and it's still really nice. Still holds together because I did it right. So anyway, yeah, he hooked me up with a teaching job. I went right from learning most of this stuff to teaching it to inner city kids. I'll tell you guys about that some other time before I lose my fucking train of thought again, because it keeps happening. Fuck. Totally lost my train of thought. Let's see. I was talking about Jeremy, and then I jumped back into... Oh God, that's gonna make me crazy. Anybody know what I was just saying before I got lost again? No, that's not it. Oh, writing. Yes, thank you. So yes, I know writing is not, you're not supposed to do it for the money. But anyway, I wound up becoming I became a contractor because I was very good at it, and I got paid a lot for it right off the bat. By the time I was 24 years old, I had people paying me to do their kitchens and bathrooms over. So I did that, and every once in a while, I would circle back to writing. There was a lot of nights that I would, I don't drink no more, but when I did, there was nights I would sit down after a night and I would just write till like 2, 3 in the morning. Sometimes it was really good. But anyway, what was the point of all this is that when I wrote that post and had written something, and I was like, yeah, I want to maybe get back to it. I've just got to find the time, et cetera, et cetera. And Pop was like, yo, you should write a fucking comic book and have fucking Nunya, draw it. And I got so excited at the thought that I made a post, and then immediately after making the post, I was like, oh, I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait for him to see the post and the thing. I'm going to DM him. So I DM'd him. It was like 5 in the morning. And I was like, hey man, check this out. I think this is a really cool idea. I have this idea, G.I. Joe Silent Serpents. I've had it in my head for a while. I'd like to get it out on paper, and more or less, basically he's at a point in his recovery where doing something like that would be hard to turn over, X amount of pages. But the way that I look at it is I think we could get, something going where I'm because so he's busy trying to recover. I'm busy doing 50 other things with because I'm now the coach of the basketball team. There's a lot going on. I'm a busy fucking dude. So, but if I could write something where it's a couple pages, or just come up with something where if I sit down and I look at the overview of the story, and then I can come up with like 2 or 3 pages where it's like, hey, just here's the idea. slowly start on it, slowly work on it, see what it is, see how you like it. And I have a feeling that, it would wind up being very good. Silent Serpents, I'll just give you a quick overview of what it is. The story would start out that there is no active Cobra GI Joe war, that Cobra suffered a great defeat, and even though we don't have Destro, we don't have Cobra Commander, we had found their underground bunker in Canada and we destroyed it, and now they've really largely not been heard of for a while, hence Silent Serpents. General Hawk sends Snake Eyes out to some locations across the world where there's been chatter that potentially there's Cobra activity. And then as G.I. Joe is kind of sort of like, well, we don't have a problem, but the last thing we want is for Cobra to just pop up all of a sudden and whatever. But by the time they do that, what they don't know is Cobra already has the noose slipped. All they've got to do is cinch it, and it becomes right off the bat a lot of action. If you haven't seen any of the G.I. Joe Silent Serpents, you can find that on the Viper Den Studios page. If you go all the way down to the bottom there's not that much. I say all the way down, but you go down there, you could see, what is the prologue. That's General Hawk talking to Duke, Beachhead, and Falcon, Night Force Falcon, who I, for a moment of stroking out, thought was Flint. And Snake Eyes, and they're kind of going over how the Silent Serpents are there. We have all this idea. We've had this little bit of things, and maybe we want to start checking on some stuff. And so then I also have the Snake Eyes Recon #1 and #2. That's Snake Eyes Recon 001 Scrap Iron, Snake Eyes Recon 002 Firefly, which I'm very proud of those videos. I think those were both really good. That was shit I did in the very beginning. So if you haven't checked those out, go check it out. That's what that story is. So yeah, hopefully maybe one day we would be able to make that. I think that would be a killer collab, because from what I understand, I don't want to say, I can't judge my own writing, but I've been told it's very good. So and plus with my obsession about G.I. Joe, I feel like I would be able to really put the time in and get it right. Something I just dropped in the middle there. If you haven't seen it, I don't know if I did a post. So my daughters had basketball tryouts. I forgot to reach out to the head of the league and let him know that I was willing to, help out and coach, be like an assistant. So I saw him in the hallway when the tryouts were going on, and I was like, "Oh, hey, Justin, I forgot to email you, bro. I'm sorry. If you guys need help with any of the coaching, I'd be happy to." Well, they fucked around and made me the head coach of the basketball team. So I am officially the head coach of the CY, the 5th grade CYO team. Both my daughters are on the team, and now plus a bunch of girls. So I've never head coached for a season before. The last 2 years that my one daughter only played, one of the two played 2 years previous, and I was the assistant coach on both of those. But last year it was pretty serious. They had moved up a little bit, and I had Coach Steve. I loved Coach Steve. There was 3 games towards the end of the season that he just couldn't make, and he was like, "You know what? You can do it." And I was like, "I can." And he was like, "Yeah, you're fine. You're right with the kids." But I'm like, "The substitutions, did this," and he was like, "No, you're fine. You're going to be totally fine." And then from what I understand, I haven't got the full story yet. So in the tryouts, it was the guy who runs it, Justin. And then I am definitely Phil Jackson. Thank you, repoaching. Yes, I'll have Vagon write me some poetry to read to the kids. So the people that were in the room doing the tryouts were Coach Steve. I helped him last year. Coach Kiara, I helped her 2 years previous. And then Aaron is the other coach for the older team, and my daughters know both her daughters, so she knows me as well. And so what it seems like is they came across the idea of like some of these other women that help are a little bit older. They've coached for a long time, and I think they were like, "Oh, he can do it," even though I've never actually been the coach. It's just so again, they're 10 years old. It's not that hard. Just making sure that everybody gets enough little playing time, and as much as I want to teach them stuff, we are we are expected to be somewhat competitive, right? So even though I may like, not want to, that's why it'll be harder when they get older, right? Because there's a time where it's about being ultra competitive. But I'm just all about making the girls confident, right? So now if somebody's not good at something, I will work with them in practice to try to get them better, but I'm not just going to like ram jam them in a game and not set them up for success and then have them fail and then have to be like, oh, well, you know. So, but I make it so they get confident. I put them in positions to try to do their best so they can succeed. And then once they see that they can succeed, like in that way, by on their own, they then raise their level of play. That's kind of the core at this age, right? Yeah, that's right, right. My daughter Peyton is definitely going to be Caitlin Clark. And who's the other one that was her teammate? My other daughter. So they are both playing this year. I had just said that the previous 2 years it was only one, but they're both playing this year. That's right. Caitlin Clark 2.0 incoming. Mm. No, I've already went. I bought a whole bunch of equipment. Now the league supplies, I think a bunch of balls, but I'm buying cones for drills. The cones kind of help them recognize points on the court. So when we're practicing, it'll be like, you know, there's the wings, there's the point guard, and then there's the elbows, the wing, God, I got to get this terminology down. But we're not really even at that point yet. But it's I've spent money already. We're going to on some equipment. It's going to be good to go. I am definitely going to exercise these kids a little bit to shake the rust off at first, and then we're going to get to some real good drills. I want to make sure that their ball handling is good because at this age, that's what the game is. It's ball handling. Can you get the ball close to the rim? Can you shoot it? Can you then get the ball back, take it to the other court when you're on defense? It's very basic. I don't need to be too crazy. First practice is next Thursday. So the shit is here. I do like how they do it. So the season itself is not just they don't just jam it in. Softball is kind of a condensed season. Yeah, solid core skills. Yeah, you know it, brother. Just basic stuff. So I have the benefit of actually being able to reach out and lean on live fire drills, infiltrate. Right, right. That's it. Oh yeah, they will be seal crawling through the mud outside while I'm firing blanks over the top of their head. I thought that was a given. So yeah, I have the benefit of the guy I coached with last year. When I say coached with, I was his assistant, meaning like this dude was the mega coach. He had this command of the kids. This dude had this magical thing where he could raise his voice and be almost yelling at you without it feeling like he's yelling at you. It was amazing. I've never seen anybody get these kids' attention, challenge them enough, and blanks, and then have them tracers. Yeah, actually, tracers sounds more effective. But I'm able to lean on him. I actually want to reach out because I know at minimum one of these people in that conversation stood up and said, "Oh, he can just be the head coach." Again, I only asked to be the assistant. They announced to me last night I'm the head coach. I mean, I talked to the guy about it ahead of time. So yeah, back to it. Where were we at? Oh yes, before I went off on a tangent. So we've got speaking of contests over, our brother Jeremy at Lost Kimber, my brother, right now is doing a giveaway for snake armors. For a single snake armor. Sorry, back up. Not a giveaway. Our brother Jeremy has a raffle going on for a snake armor. It may have actually probably filled by now, but he's always doing this. And you can spend $5, $10, and boom, you can win. What was the last one? The last one, it was, he had two Fort mods, 50 people, $5 a rip. You can't go wrong. The group he runs a tight group. He doesn't let people fuck around in there. It's the only Facebook group I'm in that doesn't have a bunch of yo-yos that are in there yucking it up and being dickheads. He runs a really good group. We're doing a giveaway. So I have to redo the post over there. I did a video and I don't think anybody watched it. So that's my fault. I just need to do a post showing the Major Blood. It's going to say giveaway, and then that's going to be it. And it's basically, if you're here, you're subbed. If you're following me, Viper Den Studios and Destro Designs, all you got to do is reach out to Jeremy because you're not automatically in the group. He does it's like a 2 or 3 question thing, and then he has to approve it. But reach out to him, get in that group. There's no reason not to be. If you have Facebook, even if you don't use it, just get in this group. It's legitimately, I have a Facebook page. I have a Destro Designs one too. I haven't used it in a while, and I had trouble with it, so whatever. But that's basically all I use it for. And sometimes I check in on the birthdays. because that's how I remember when people's fucking birthdays are. That, you know, like my immediate family, stuff like that is different. But like, say, even friends of mine, lifelong friends, I can't remember all their birthdays now. My RAM is full. I have limited capacity, even though that's not new information. It's, you know, yeah. So, shirts, more shirts. We did all that. Yep. Oh, yep. We talked about Stevie Z, having them shirts. I'm not going to run up there and grab them right now. I did show them off last week, and I was actually thinking about doing a whole separate post during the week. So, but he has been crushing it. I'm still super thankful. He did that really awesome Destro post where he revealed his computer console that he made, painted the whole thing. First of all, amazing, absolutely elite shit, totally, totally turbo. And it had Destro in it, and he made a reference to, you know, me being up late making Joe Bro's dreams come true. And I thought that was pretty cool because while it's, you know, I don't have a computer here, I often stand just like this looking at, you know, like looking at my stuff. And he had a pretty, that dude pays close attention to things. There was a lot of stuff that he notices. It's very thoughtful, and I think it's flattering that he does that. So that post was great, but he's making elite dial stuff. So he's doing a scene, an extensive enterprises office, like a boardroom kind of thing, and I think that is going to wind up being totally off the hook. He's doing so. What my man has that I just, oh my God, is the patience, right? If it's not the way you want it, you don't have to finish. You could just wait until you have more time the next day or the day after and make it and get it right, right? Hey, when is that Cold Slither show? I was going to promote it in a post. So the Cold Slither show is next Saturday at the Gramercy in Manhattan, right in New York City. Man, it's so crazy. Commander Kron is going. I really got to consider getting down there. So yeah, that Destro console is amazing. It's very, very thoughtful. And then today he actually showed off the bookcase for the extensive enterprises boardroom. Looked fucking amazing. He also, one of the posts he had this week that was interesting was he was like, he had posted his mail call, and he had a good amount of stuff, my boy, you know, and I was happy for him that he spent that money. You know, he works real hard. I think my man works hard, and I was happy that he was able to get that. And it was funny. He made a reference. He was like, "Oh, now I know it. Destro Designs feels like so." But yeah, so if you saw my mail call, yeah. So make sure you're following Stevie Z. Make sure you're checking him out. He's a fucking top notch dude. He's really, really awesome. If you haven't seen it, where is it? It's over there. All right, I'll grab that in a minute. So yeah, Stevie Z is the man. Really fucking awesome. If you've seen, what was it this week? Our boy, and I'm going to butcher his name. I think I do it every time. He pops in every now and again. My boy Thanos, Karenalis, I think is it. He's the one that's got that amazing toy room with the big table in the middle, all the wrestling figures on it. Totally that's amazing customizer. He made some beachhead customs. One was a beachhead with his mask off. He just had the green hat on. Amazing figure. I don't remember what he said the face was, but it totally nailed it. At the Gramercy, well, it looks like he used talk to text, but the Gramercy would be Garmmacy. No, wait, Gramercy. Garmmercy. Gramercy. I think that's it, brother. In Manhattan. He had a beach, or not a beachhead. I think he had a Duke custom next to it, or maybe that was not. I don't remember exactly what that one was. I think that was a Mezco. He did a beachhead custom. It was totally tips. I just wanted to talk about that. He's had shit all week. That really is like, he had that the post where he had a bunch of kit bashed broads, just like mad women, not anybody in it is close enough, Wilson. It is, my brother. He did very well. I talked about, you know, my boy Mark Potter and Roadblock are two dudes who consistently pump out, consistently, like sometimes more than one a day. Really good shit. My boy Roadblock he does a lot of night shots because he lives in the desert. It's a fucking billion degrees. So he does them at night. And a lot of times he has some really cool lighting effects. And I think it's awesome. I think his shit is awesome. He's also very supportive and a really, really good dude. Oh, Roadblock, if you're listening, I know I had mentioned to you a care package. You have moved up the list. I promised too many people stuff. So I had to just bust a few out. I've sent a lot of packages in the last like week. So we are getting there. Pop, I need to talk to you too. I don't have your address. I think I asked you for it a while back, but I must not have because I don't have it. I have something I'm sending you. So we'll talk about that later. But yeah, Mark Potter, Roadblock, crushing it, very consistent, two very supportive guys, the whole thing. How's the participants all dropped on my display? What? Oh, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. Duke Custom and Arctic Gear, Big Red, right? That's what that was. That's what he had, right? It was the Duke Custom. Okay, yeah, I definitely thought that was Duke. Like, sorry, I keep getting messages. Nope, it's the same one. Never mind. Okay. Oh, good. Oh, good. This is the same one. Well, I liked reading it again anyway. In the desert out here in Phoenix, you know it, brother. You know it. Yeah. So awesome. Good. Good. I love to celebrate your stuff. It's always very good. I love it. He also had a good mail call. What did you get, Roadblock? I believe he got a $100 gift card from his job. He went right to Walmart and bought himself a Stinger and a fucking Trooper to go right in it. I love it. So awesome. So that is pretty slay. Yeah, and so Big Red continued his. So I know you all have seen it, and I hope everybody is telling him that he loves it. Oh, nice. What's up, country gentlemen in the house? Good to see you, brother. We know you're there. That's what's up. I love it. Thanks for coming in. I really do appreciate it. So yeah, Big Red has been crushing it with his. So first, let me step back. First off, Red has a really, really, really awesome thing that he does every day where he puts out. He has a massive 3 3/4 collection that is to die for. He has a bunch of good, they're all complete figures. They all look amazing. So he takes the shot, he has the figure, and then he has the file card and the card art all right together in one post. It always looks amazing. It's almost like the complete package. It is the fucking holy trinity of what we remember 3 3/4 as, right? Because for me, the figure was one thing, but how that card art looked and how that file card read were, I don't want to say just as important the figure, but pretty fucking important. So I do remember, I do like how he does that. I think it's really, 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 really awesome. But he has recently started doing some other things. He was doing some grouping where he would put like the Cobra's Navy guys or Cobra's divers and all their underwater people, and that are different factions. And I thought that was really cool. He said something about all of them. I love that shit. Everything he writes about it, he's incredibly knowledgeable about the figures themselves and what year they did stuff. He's one of those. You are also one of those dudes that has the encyclopedic knowledge of the G.I. Joes. I fucking love it. So those posts are amazing. And then you started doing something else. So for the homework assignment, you wound up doing, the first one was the Salty Dog and the Karma Chameleon, and the Karma Chameleon Ninja. And dude, holy fuck, that one was awesome. You had another installment on it last week, and then you have another installment this week. One of my favorite things about it is that it's Shipwreck and Snake Eyes. They're like a detective team. It's in black and white, so it's like a noir look to it. And he's got amazing poses. He's telling a great story. Like that first one was hilarious. That first one had so many references in the notes. It was fucking sweet. It was so good. So good, so good, so good. And then the latest one, he had that crazy one where they were doing the shipwreck had like he tossed the one guy. It looked like his arm was broke. The whole thing was amazing. So Big Red, you are crushing it with the content that you're doing right there. You've always been crushing it with those, those individual posts. I think they're amazing. I super love it. Make sure you keep up the good work because I personally definitely want to see more of the black and white noir, Salty Dog Shipwreck, and the Karma Chameleon Ninja with Snake Eyes. Fucking love it, bro. Excellent job. Another blockbuster storytelling situation we have is with our dude Snow Leopard. So Snow Leopard, last week he posted, it was a diorama that basically had two overhead doors with a little separated spot in the middle, a separation like thing that came down. Oh no, please, good. I'm glad you're not done with the story. Yes, please. I want more of that. Big Red, keep it coming without question. I love it, and you're very welcome. And thank you for just always being awesome. So Snow Leopard, he posted last night. He wanted me to make it clear he did not make that dial. He bought it, yeah, that's fine. It's an awesome dial where it's got the lights on the inside. It's got the lights on the outside, looking back on the inside. It's actually really really cool. Especially 3 3/4 dials hit pretty hard because everything's so small, very detailed. I love it. So he last week when you looked in the store, what you had going on was you had a guy who was kind of up against the wall. He looked like he worked there. Duke's Retro, what's up, brother? Oh yeah, you've been here. Sorry, I thought it was somebody new. So they had Snow Leopard. I can't remember who the dude was that you had up against the wall. But then the Dreadnoks were in there: Monkey Wrench, Torch, Ripper, and Buzzer. And that's kind of all you saw was he was just like whoop right like that, and that was kind of how it ended. It kind of left you hanging. And then this week he shows a couple different things. So what you see is, God, what was the first frame? Fuck, the first frame I think it showed the shot. Oh, showed the shot from the previous week, and you could see in it was, and it's a hard shot to get when you're shooting down in like that into something, but it looked great. And then the next one is he had clutch and breaker on a set of ram cycles. So we're talking OG ram cycles, fucking 3 3/4 ram cycles. Looked amazing. He does a shot where boom, it's breaker. Breaker wrecks his ram cycle, and clutch is like, oh, I have a buddy. He's like, I have a buddy that is right around. Is a repairman. We can take all his stuff over there. So breaker and clutch go over with the broken ram. And when they get there, they're told that his buddy had retired early. Dun dun dun. So now we've got the Dreadnoks have taken over this shop. The breaker and clutch show up. They're probably going to be ready to throw down. It looks like it's going to be great. So Snow Leopard, you've really nailed the story aspect of having like the cliffhanger. So like last week, it was like you had the 2 pictures, and you're like, oh, it definitely looks like they're accosting this guy. The Dreadnoks are accosting the guy that owns this establishment, and then you left it hanging, and then it picks right up with something else tying into it, going there. Great storytelling, absolutely love it, fantastic job. Now, unfortunately, I feel like I missed a lot of notes I made about work that other people did. I know our boy Conrad has been crushing it. He's been super busy, hasn't had as much time to get outside and do those amazing photos he does. He's a posing wizard, along with Arashikage Z and my boy Just Another Jerk. I feel like I'm going to miss somebody. Oh, Jay Antonio, absolute posing wizard. And I'm sorry, I know there's somebody else. But so anyway, yeah, dude, Conrad has been crushing it. He did a hiss shot. So the hiss tank with crystal ball getting out of the hiss, fucking loved it. He just did a whole couple pictures about help me out here. The hiss family, the driver, the gunner, and the tactician. Now something I meant to DM him about, or I don't DM with him. We talk on the telephone. I meant to ask him. So he made a reference to Rip It. Now Rip It is, if you remember, the Hiss 3, which is just the navy blue Hiss. It came with a driver, and his name was Rip It. And Conrad said something. He referenced Rip It when he was right in front of a bunch of pictures of the tactician. And I wondered, did I miss something? Is the tactician from the Hiss tank, is he Rip It? I thought Ron Rudat made that specifically. He came in and designed that one specifically for the Hiss tank, right? It was as one of the giveaways, which is still the coolest fucking thing ever. Yeah, I'll never forget going and picking it. I don't remember who suggested it, but we may have to use a hashtag or something. So what I've been doing is I've just been bookmarking, right? Snow Leopard. So if I get tagged and they're like, oh hey, Destro Designs, here's the homework. I mean, I'm all about a hashtag with it too. But if it's in the notifications right there, I see it. I'm like, boom, here's the homework. I bookmark it, and then when I'm doing my show prep, sitting down when I get up from my nap, I just go through and I kind of jot it down. Now the problem is that I'm still not on the laptop yet. So his was Track Viper. No, so the his 2 was Track Viper. You know what, brother? No, his 3 was definitely Rip It. Hold on. I do have a bunch of 3 3/4 shit. So there's that. But rip it. And it's an excellent figure, right? And when I look at it, when I look at the file card, look at this, look at the helmet and shit, that does look like the tactician quite a bit. The chest plate, the boots. All right, so maybe that's just something. I'm trying to think where I got this from. I think I got this off Poshmark for $15 fucking dollars. And Track Viper is his too. Oh, okay. That would make sense. So 89 his too is Track Viper. Rip It was a character created later on as a driver on the history. Yeah, so that's it. Action shots. All right. Just another jerk. Good call. Action shot. I would post the 3 3/4 5 if the chat supported it. Yeah, dude, take a picture. Ready? Oh, you mean you have a picture? Oh, right. So that's his. Well, this is the history, and you know what? And I like that they put on a different number for this. Which how cool would it be? Oh, Stevie's gonna have to make an 813 shirt. I'm gonna need a navy blue and red 813 shirt with something on the back about history. Yes, gotta have that. Whoever gets there first, Pop, do it up. All right. So, yeah, Conrad had made that post, and I definitely think that it had something, that there was something going down there with that. I had something else. Hold on one second. All right, never mind. I thought I had a loose. I thought I might have had a loose his 2 3 3/4. So I had a bag that I got from my mom's. I showed some of it not that long ago. And then I found some more. Fuck. I think, you know what? I found more at my mom's, and I think I left it there. I think it's there still. All right. So moving along. So everybody, you all crushed it this week. I absolutely love all the stuff that you done. Fucking sweet. So yeah, that's what we'll do. Looks like just another jerk is using action shots as a hashtag. Sweet. But the best way for me to see it though is to tag me. And when I see that you use the hashtag action shot, I then know that's your submission, and I'll just bookmark it. And then on Saturday, I boop, boop, boop. That's what I've been trying to do. I didn't really think of the idea that I could bookmark other things besides the action shots for the homework. Like if I just see anything at all that has my attention to talk about, I wanted to kind of grab it. So I definitely kind of dropped the ball on that the past couple weeks, where I definitely could have been doing it for sure. But y'all, when I tell you I'm busy, it's fucking brutal. Believe me, the people that are around me are definitely like, you're coaching a basketball team now too? What the fuck? And it's fine. It's a very easy commitment. I think I started to say it earlier. The way they space out the games, it goes from now to March of next year. So I'll have an hour and 20-minute practice twice a week. So Monday, Thursday, hour and 20 minutes. And then I'll have a game like every other week. So it's really not a massive commitment. It'll be fine. But I am stupid busy. The studio it's crazy. I mentioned it earlier. I sent Jeremy a little video. You know, to be honest, when I think about it, you know, it is. It's like sending an unsolicited dick pic to, you know, it's like he didn't ask for it, but I sent it anyway. And I was like, hey, look at all my shit. And I want to do that for y'all too. But before I do that, I gotta clean it up. So I have mentioned this before, that this is not, everything you see is not permanent. I've just made these so I can have something. I like being able to look at some of it. I want to see all of it. So right here in this corner is going to be, it's going to go like this. It's going to be like an L-shaped one here, and it's going to be like one side is basically going to be Cobra, the other side is going to be Joe's. That's how I'm going to separate it. To have like a storage display. Like, has anybody seen Country Gentleman's setup that he had to rearrange some of his stuff? Fucking tits. I think, what did you say, brother? 250 figures? Man, he's got like a fuck ton of the most Crimson Guards I ever seen in one. Was from my man. Oops, lagging on the chat. Martian dude, heyo, what's good? Yeah, Country Gentleman's got that dope ass setup. I also like too. Country Gentleman's been doing some. He's been doing some group shots as well. He had all of Night Force together. I think he did a Crimson shot, right? Too. Yeah, around that, close enough, right? Yeah, right there. That's good. That's good. Country Gentleman, do you have? This is a crazy question because I'm pretty sure I know the answer. I think it's yes. You have retro carded classifieds mixed in with your main line, right? Yes, you do. I know. I saw like the retro Beachhead and some other ones like that, right? Yeah, okay. That's not just a regular mainline classified. It's the retro too. I'm following a lot of folks on Twitter. Yep. Okay. Perfect. Thank you, Country. Yeah, dude, that shit looks good. Oh, and Big Country, I've thanked you 1,000 times, but so a while back, I was desperate for a dial tone. This is back before we had any idea that it was even going to show up anywhere. It was very, 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 very hard to find. It was fucking, at that point, it was considered like rare, I guess, even though it wasn't released yet. So Country had made a post that he had scored a dial tone on Pulse, but they were sold out. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so jealous. I don't have a pre-order anywhere. And I just figured it looks amazing. I got to fucking have it. So it was definitely that same day, but I can't remember if it was like an hour later or a few hours later, but my phone goes off. I look and I see right at the top, the little notification bar, the little pop-up, it like pops up for a second, then goes away. Little pop-up, and it showed the X, meaning like I was getting a notification for a DM on X, and all I saw was it said low stock. Somehow I knew that was somebody sending me a thing, and I immediately went to Pulse. There was dial tone, low stock. I got one. Fucking boom. That was now since I've wound up buying a lot of dial tones. I've been making some crates, but here's the thing. The very first dial tone that I got, brother, was from you. And then I wound up securing a second one somewhere. I don't remember. I think it was Entertainment Earth. They came up and it was like, oh, end of August, I'll have one. And I was very skeptical. I was always like, oh, I'm not gonna see that shit. But sure enough, they shipped that one out too. So now I had two, and I was willing to trade one of them because I had two. So if you didn't send me that one, I wouldn't have been able to have traded for this. Now our boy from the Twitter streets, Chuckin' and Truckin', very generously, he reached out, was like, hey, do you need like Mindbender, Serpentor, like anything like that? And I was like, for a dial tone? I was like, no, brother, I'm in the market for a snow job. If you have one of those. He's like, I did. And I said to him, I was like, hey, yo, what do you want to do? Like, I got the dial tone, but do you want money? More money? Like, what's it? And he was like, no, straight up trade. And so anybody that knows, that has looked, you will not find him for less than $100. If you're lucky. I think at this point, like our boy Dan Salsato said that he was going for like around 160 in multiple places at a toy show today. So all he wanted was one dial tone. Now I put a couple other things in there just because that's how I do it. Some stickers. I gave him one of the. I've been buying a lot of those G.I. Joe strikers, or not strikers. The Sky Striker, the little Hot Wheels version of it, and been putting those in with gift packages. But anyways, Country, my point was, because I got that, because the one you gave me allowed me to trade, and I had it when this opportunity came up. Homeboy was like, I'll trade you straight up. So again, if you don't know about it, I haven't opened it yet. It's killing me. Y'all have no idea. I did a count. I do believe originally when I saw a Big Country's thing, I do have over 250. I'm a little embarrassed at the spending I've been doing, but I mean, it's fine. I have it to spend. It seems a little crazy sometimes, but yeah, so I haven't opened this one, but I really do want to get it out, and I just want to fuck with it. Like all the extras in the backpack and all that really, really, really looks sweet. So Time for an unboxing. Well, I'll tell you what. I definitely wanted to unbox something. So when I ask you all what you want to see, I will put this in with it. Other things that I would like to open. I have the Fort mod and the Trench Viper. I haven't opened that yet, and I have gridiron stuff that I bought for the Trench Viper. So that'll be one of the things where I say, hey, do you want to see the Trench Viper and get him all hooked up with his whatchamacallit. So speaking of the Trench Viper, so they're, if you've looked online, they're crazy. Oh, and to wrap that up, Country, again, thank you. That was very thoughtful. You're the man. I love your collection. I love how you post your stuff in that way where, like, you know, you've got the what you're trying to show up front, but then you tastefully have your background with a ton of other shit. And I think that was really awesome. You take a good photo that way. I think it's fucking cool as hell. And I love that you get busy with the He-Man stuff. I was very much into He-Man. I'm trying to stay track with just the classifieds because, as you can see, I have a problem. So one line is enough for me. But that He-Man shit that you get, some of that shit looks. I unfortunately I can't remember exactly what the line with the different lines of it is, but there's a couple of them, dude, that I am just like, yo, look at that fucking figure. The B guy, right? The one was the B guy. He had the hands. I remember him from when I was a kid. He was one of the coolest looking ones, I think, when I was a kid. So that one I remember, I think you got that one. And I just remember being like, yo, look at that fucking thing. That's like the coolest fucking thing I've ever seen. Yeah, the He-Man posts are making me want to collect it. Listen, I don't blame it. Hey, yeah, so Fisto is dope. Oh, Conrad had a Fisto in one of his pictures. He was going against might have been Dial Tone, but yeah, it was great. But yeah, so Country Gentleman, excellent job out there in those Twitter streets always. And again, thank you for that Dial Tone. That Dial Tone turned into a fucking snow job. So you basically gave me a snow job for fucking $25. That's pretty fucking tits. It's literally $100-something worth of savings. I probably would have continued to pass on snow job because as his price escalates, I did, like Serpentor's $200. I probably would have not bought that, but since CG Horror fucking gave it to me, I absolutely love having it. So I think that's super great. But yeah, so I did want to open something, and I'll put together a list of what it is. So now I do want to get to, you know what? I'm just going to kind of try to move along a little bit here. Yeah, okay. Yep, we're here. So how many of y'all seen that? Oh, wait. You know what? Let's talk about this real quick. Yeah. Okay. So who saw these render reveals lately? Now, I haven't. This is going to be difficult. I'm going to kind of breeze through this section because I don't have it set up where I can show you the pictures and it'll be easy to see. You can get a rest of it. Sis 3D Arsenal in the house. What's up, Chris? Good to see you, brother. That's very funny. Hilarious. Glad you're here. Snow job for $25. That's basically what it came down to, right, Chris? So if you missed it, I'll just recap it for you real quick. What happened was our boy from the Twitter streets at Country Gentleman, he sent me a DM alerting me to Hasbro having Dial Tone in stock. I was able to order it. When the pre-order came in, at that point, they weren't anywhere still. Like, very few people had it. So I, at that point, had two. I got one from Entertainment Earth, and then the one that Country got me. And then now, having had two of them, I was willing to trade one. And the dude that reached out to me, I think he was going to give me a fucking Serpentor for it. But I was like, no, dude, you're not. No, that's out of balance. Thank you, but no. And he was like, I was like, do you have a snow job? And he was like, yes. I asked him if he wanted to trade. I have not been so lucky. Right. They're very expensive, bro. Let me tell you. So anyway, basically Chris, I'm sending you a Dial Tone. Do you want Dial Tone? I have 5 of them. 5 of them. I have one that's already opened. I wound up placing no Dial Tone for yet. I wind up placing a couple pre-orders for Dial Tones because they were like rare that I forgot about. I have 3 of them here that I would get rid of one, and then I have 2 fucking more on the way. So hold on, let me make a note of that. My brother, I will be sending you Dial Tone. Chris, it's this Dial Tone. Yep. So yeah, I'll DM you, Chris, but basically I'll just send it to the return address from the, all the incredibly awesome stuff you send me. So I have like 4 or 5 packages that are all going out on Monday. Chris, your dial tone will go out to you on Monday. So anyway, that's what happened. The dial tone that I got from Big Country, homeboy was like, crap, adulting calls. Have a great one, everybody. Oh, that sucks, brother. Good luck. I hope whatever it is all good. If you make it back, let us know. Thanks for stopping in, brother. Super appreciate it. But yeah, so I wound up chucking and trucking from the Twitter streets. I said, hey, whatever. He was like, he would not accept anything more. Now, here's the funny part. Here's the funny part about, yeah, absolutely, Chris, dude, you're really setting that Cobra Claw facility aside from any of the other dials I did with the stuff you sent me. This is yours. I'm sending it. The dial tone is yours. I'm sending it. So homeboy, it was like, he kept saying, he's like, I don't want to make any money off of the trade. I'm like, but yeah, the thing is dial tone was $25. This was more than that. Let me send you something else. And he was like, absolutely not. So again, more of the giving being contagious and everybody. I mean, really. So I basically paid $25 for this. Amazing. So yeah, hold on. I have to make a bigger note for Chris because I will not remember. There we go. Chris. Dial tone. Make that little note, and there we go. So, yeah. So I will ask you guys in a minute what you want to watch me open. But real quick, I did want to just briefly mention, I do want to get it where I can show you guys pictures. So stuff that pops up during the week, I can be like, oh, hey, look at this. We're talking about it. Render reveals. So Hit and Run is one of my all-time favorites, without question. I fucking love Hit and Run. What do y'all think about that reveal, the render? I kind of wish his gun was a very short-barreled, AR platformed, and it also looked like a 9mm clip in the gun itself. So it almost looks like, yeah. So we had one of those commando style short-barreled ARs with a 9mm clip in there. Now I don't necessarily need the 9mm clip. I just feel like the gun they gave him is long. I think the reason that they wanted short was because he's fucking needs a bigger Bowie knife. Wolfson, correct. Totally needs a bigger Bowie knife. But his gun would be, if you were holding it, you wouldn't really be able to swing it while you were like rappelling, right? It's that short barrel. So, I guess I don't know. Would have preferred an alt plain face. You're not the only one to say that, sis. Stevie Z, he said the same thing. He was like, "Oh man, what are the chances they give us a blank face?" I don't know. I guess it's not written in stone yet. We didn't see it. Most likely, they would have had that in a render reveal. But I mean, I tell everybody, and I've heard Jeremy say it: make your voice heard. They do pay attention to stuff on the internet. They may not acknowledge that they do, but yeah. Matt also thinks alt head would be good. Just another jerk agrees. Alt head would be good. Yeah, Stevie Z said that. He was like, what are the chances that they give us that alt head? And I was like, oh shit, I didn't even think of that. Now, personally, I would love to have an alt head, absolutely. But I love that they went with the full camo like they did on there, because that is Hit and Run to me. That's my boy. I loved that figure. One thing that I saw too is that it looked like his bag had a one-strap shoulder sling. It doesn't look like a duffel on the side. It definitely looks like it goes over. Looking at render, 2 knives and it's got a big mag and it looks standard. That's correct. That's what I was saying. I wish they had the 9mm clip that the original one, the 3 3/4 on the card art, had a fucking 9mm clip in there. It looked a little weird, but that's what it was. Have the wrench in it. Have the wench in his bag. What was it? Oh, you were talking about having the thing. So they didn't show the rope in the render reveal, but from what I understand, it's definitely going to be there. I thought the helmet and the goggles looked right. Chin strap, just it spool and the hook. Yep, that's right. Yeah, it's got the handle thing to crank it too, right? That goes in there and you can turn it. Can't have a guy hanging around the barrels with a full face camera. Right. Isn't that right? So Chris has nailed it. Yeah, especially because Chris, you make those wonderful shots of your stuff. That you have those beautiful dial walls that you sell is on the website right now. You have the beautiful dial walls that are there, and when you do those shots, it's a very much like a barrack style with the awesome beds, the lockers, all of that. And it really would make more sense to have a hit and run that didn't have his full face camo in as he's hanging out in the barracks. It's a great call, Chris. Yeah, other than an alternate head, like I said, I didn't really think about it first. It was Stevie Z who kind of brought it up, and when he said it, I was like, oh yeah, you know what? Now that you say that, that would be really nice to have. So yeah, very cool. I can't wait. The thing about the hit and run too is he's such a, maybe Gridiron will come out with the DOE submachine gun. Hey, maybe that's a great call, Matt. Maybe they will have some kind of a loadout like that. I'm still waiting for my Ninja Commando loadout, motherfucker. Send that shit to me. I ordered a bunch of the small guns and like the ones I have for $5, and like they shipped, and I was like, oh good, I'm getting all this stuff. And I looked, and it was like that my order with the Ninja Commando loadout was still pending. I was fucking heartbroken. I was like, no, I want that shit. It's big, it's ridiculous, but it's on that number 30 Alpha Commando. I think that's probably my favorite figure to photograph. I mean, I do love that Night Force Beachhead quite a bit, but that number 30 Snake Eyes is the one. So when I get that on there, I think that's going to be great. They're not putting face paint in. Oh, right. Just another joke. You talk about putting a little face paint in with the figure itself. You can fucking do it up. No, I definitely was hit and run for Halloween one year. I had a green jacket, army jacket, and then I had these camo pants, and I put the shit all green base with a little bit of black here and there, and it came out absolutely perfect. I need that mainframe mission set to come back, and yeah, no, we are all that pop. I'm pretty sure they'll do that, right? I'm pretty sure they'll come out with that when that happens, when mainframe gets released. Yeah, so the hit and run reveal is great to me. I was trying to think. There was something I wanted to mention besides the gun or whatever. Oh, so if hit and run wasn't such a obvious character himself, that's a troop building figure if I've ever fucking seen it, right? That's like that squad of heavy camoed commandos. Like, I don't know. I feel like I want to dye my stalker, take his web gear off, dye everything black, put that green web gear on to look more like a just more of a jungle night commando, and I think that would all kind of look good together. I still haven't done this. I have been waiting. I still haven't taken my taking the arms off and putting that little sleeve on there. I'm just a chicken shit bastard when it comes to it. Now the thing is that I love this figure, but if something broke on it, I wouldn't be devastated like I would if something happened to the Night Force Beachhead, because that shit right there is something else. And I don't know if anybody notices, this quick kick is very posable. It's like, I don't know if it's the center of balance or just a couple different things. Believe me, I'm totally playing with toys off camera while you guys are watching me. So and with the swords, it's very good. I actually love that figure fucking quite a bit. But I still have to bring it up every time I see it. This is like one of my favorite classified figures. We never talk about it, and it is the coolest fucking thing. Now, obviously, I if you haven't noticed, the Balaclava Gang, I am all about it. I'm a sucker for it. I think it looks amazing. Like the 60th anniversary, I like that head. That's got the Balaclava head. I think it looks fucking sweet. Actually, I think that's that is a balaclava. I think that looks awesome. I like that quick kick is cooler than the OG classified. Oh, absolutely, Big Red. Listen, I will never buy that one. I don't. He's got pants on, and that's it. So as much as it would be a cool figure if you've got like a display, like say like for country, he's got that big display where all the stuff is. Could totally understand having quick in there because it's like completes the set or whatever. But when I tried posing people around, think about like how I got my guys with the night vision and the dot and the this and the that and these big guns that were hanging out, big backpacks, and then there is this fucking guy with pants on. How fucking it's maddening. Everybody can do whatever they want, but like I can't rock with that. That throat coat tee doing me well. Where are we at? Nice. Very good. Very good. All right. So, trying to think if there was something else. Why I'm kind of coming through here. Oh, this is what I wanted to do. Vipers. So, this is the number 20 whatever Cobra Island Viper. This right here is the 3-pack Viper. And oh, special. Got to do that. I'm doing that next. I don't know where I put all this shit. But... Oh, do you guys get any of the cops? I was lucky enough to be able to grab. Jesus, I got so much shit. I was lucky enough to be able to grab 5. If you didn't see the post I made earlier, so they popped up on Amazon, shipping by the next morning, and I this is the kind of shit I probably shouldn't do, but I got 5 of these motherfuckers, and let me tell you, I'm kind of happy I am. Now I'm considering potentially parting with one of them, but I really think 5 of these with OG shockwave coming out of the back of the Atlas with the riot shields and whatnot, fucking forget about it. But this is dope. This is gonna put this in the ring too. This might be what we open, but again, I ain't gonna let you all decide. Right now, what am I getting to? I haven't opened one of these yet, so I'm definitely opening one of these. Sorry, oh, this is a great story. Hold on, let me get the fucking thing. Okay, so I'm gonna open one of these and we're gonna compare the 3 Vipers real quick. So check this out. I go in to my local Walmart because I keep hearing, they're restocking stuff, whatever. And I had that display. I bought my Night Force Beachhead 2-pack there. They had the same thing as everybody else. When I was there, they had Law and Orders, firefighters, and stingers. And then when I went, that was like the last 2 times. But when I went the other day, they had crystal balls. And when I was ringing my stuff up, I don't know how I did it, but I got this and a bag of Twizzlers. Somehow I rang up the bag of Twizzlers twice. I didn't realize it until I was all the way home. Now, if I realized it in the car, I still wouldn't have went back inside. But I paid $5 for this. Most likely going to give it away. I already have 2. So 1 to open, 1 to save. Most likely going to wind up giving this one away. So let's see here. Now, you guys get to watch me like a madman open this thing without the assistance of a blade, because I don't think I have one over here, because as I routinely say, it's the most unprepared podcast on the planet. Let me see. Somebody's gonna jump out the fucking window. Hold on. I got all my construction stuff is over here. Give me 1 sec. So if I'll filibuster while I'm getting this open. So one thing, if you saw that post, the mail call post, you saw at the bottom of the picture, what you saw was 7 snake armors, right? You definitely saw seven snake armors. I originally pre-ordered 3. Thank God I did. All the stuff around that time that came out, I wasn't ordering more of. It was my first couple of pre-orders. I didn't know. But I did get 3 snake armors, so I was stoked about that. Then this is like sacrilegious. And then as they popped back up on Pulse, I could not contain myself. I just was like, oh my God, I can get rid of these if I have to worry about the financial decision afterwards. And so I bought 4 more, giving me a total of 7. Now, instantly though, I was like, no, I have to sell at minimum 2 of these. So my boy, I said it earlier, NOD got one and Matt is getting one. So that is pretty cool. Now we officially opened up this Viper. Now, my brother Jeremy loves it. He put a post. Well, I don't know if I should be talking about group stuff. Jeremy and I are making a trade. He loves retro Vipers. I love trench Vipers. We're swapping. That's one way to open it. Yeah, I know, Snow Leopard. God bless. So I officially have them open now. And the first glaring, oh, where'd it go? Hold on. The first glaring difference to me is, hold on, is that you see the white arms. Now, I do believe that there was one version of the Cobra Island that maybe had them. So here, I'm just gonna go like this. So here's what we got, y'all. Now, this is the first time I'm looking at this one. This is the retro. And I have to admit, looking at it out of the package, it is pretty fucking awesome. Now, it is different legs, different boots than these. These two are quite similar. In fact, I believe the Cobra Island and the 3-pack, I believe, are almost identical. I think the arms, nope, they're almost, I think they're practically identical with just difference in the color, right? So if you look, the red on the straps and everything is a little more bright red on here. This is a little more muted. But then when you go to the retro, that red is not muted whatsoever. It's very bright. The legs are different. It doesn't have the same set of pouches. The boots are different. It doesn't have all that ridgy shit there. And it doesn't have, see on the back of the helmet, those spots have been done gray. This doesn't have that, and I actually kind of like that better. Now, the webbing, the belt harness is different. This has like quite a bit less. The holster for the sidearm is on here for both of these. This one is not. Conrad, what up, brother? Where are we at here? I like the first design a bit better, but the retro is so much better movement-wise. Oh, I can already tell. Yeah, retro Viper has a better range. Yeah, so multiple agree, Conrad. I have them both. So on the vest, early figures is also too wide in the shoulders. I think the vest on the early figures. Okay. Conrad, I see what you're saying. It definitely looks like in the waist area. So first off, this has this texture and color here. These do not have it. The back of the vest is quite different. Yeah, no, you're not playing. This is oh, and by the way, this was CG Horror's idea to put these up. We were talking about the three of them, and he was like, "Yo, you should compare them live." So this one here's got this nice little flashlight on his belt. I think that's pretty turbo. Does that come out? That doesn't come out, right? That's just on there. All right, so that's one of those fucking turbo details that you see and they're just like, wow, that is awesome. So these other two don't have it, right? And all three are slightly, so the blue on this is slightly different than the blue on this, the arms and the legs for sure. This red and this red are not the same. This is more of a matte, a brighter red, but it's a matte color. This is a deeper red, but it's got a gloss kind of shine to it. I mean, I'm going to be 1,000% honest with y'all. I think this one's my favorite. I think the 3-pack is my favorite. So I've seen it like this red is that deep, almost maroon color, like the Hiss team. That red is not. It's not. This is more like when you think of a Cobra symbol. I think this is the kind of red that I think of, right? Or even this color is still right there. But this is more like that Hiss. It's like it's a muted red. It's closer to a maroon. It doesn't have the gloss really. And I like, the vest is completely different. They still got their, okay, wow. So the grenades, these are more of those gas canisters. These are straight up fucking, M67s, matches hooded Croco. So there is a significant difference here, believe it or not. Now that I'm looking at it, I see there's so much more that I see that I hadn't seen before. So there it is. Let me see which one do you all like. So we've got the 3-pack. We've got it's not down far enough for this. So we got the 3-pack. Hold on, let me slide it over. 3-pack. We got the Cobra Island, and then we have the retro. So the good thing is that the more you look at it, the retro definitely is Conrad Hauser, still retro. Retro, that's the one you Conrad, do you like? Awesome. That's good. Uh Matches hooded Croco. But yeah, so I don't know. I'll have to right now. It's the 3-pack for me, but I have a feeling that eventually this one right here. I like how all the retro blues match Trooper Viper and Televiper. Yes. So Pop Cole Frenzy had brought this up. He had Jeremy, our boy Jeremy, made the posted the picture, I believe. So yeah, the retro Viper, Televiper, and what was the other one? Uh the Trooper, right. So hold on, I got that one right here. Now, I don't know, Pop. I think the blue in this is definitely retro. For the articulations, I like Cobra Island the best. Cobra Island the best. Hey, that's a good choice, Big Red. Yeah, Pop. I think the blue on this is a little bit deeper than this. This has definitely got like a lighter. It's so close. Don't make me open this right now, too. Ow, don't twist my arm. Guys, you're twisting my arm. I don't want to open this. You're twisting my arm. So yeah, don't mind me just butchering this shit open. Oh God, am I gonna have to open a Televiper too? Probably at this point, right? First classified was the 3-pack, Matt. That's pretty tits. Oh man, this Trooper is nice. This is the first one I opened. I like that, how that grenade sticks out. I wonder if I painted that black. I bet you I would really enjoy that. So yeah, my brother, there is a slight difference. See how the Trooper is a little bit deeper? But man, these are all really great figures. So the reason that I got so heavy into the Vipers is because in the upcoming fucking best dial that I'm ever made, the Cobra Claw launching facility that I'm doing with Sys 3D Arsenal is gonna have one of the really cool shots is gonna be this Viper with his pointing hand doing some pointing as the other Vipers are grabbing their I ordered those gray gridiron rifles that were for the Vipers, and I'm gonna have these guys will be grabbing. I have another one. Nope, I only have one of these. He's supposed to be the leader, and then I'm gonna have these 3 guys, these 3 right here, grabbing weapons off the shelf as he's pointing where to go. So yeah, but this is the first time I opened any one of these Troopers, and boy, let me tell you, it's pretty fucking cool. Pop, I will be going back over and order as soon as this is over with. I will, because I think they're still $18. I know I had it in my cart and I didn't buy it because I was like, well, I really only want to get one. I only need to get one. But that is I love that the chest gear. It really reminds me of the old school, um, the old school one. What I wish they did is everybody remember those figures from the 25th anniversary, like the paratrooper and everybody. Oh man, look at how the fucking. I know this is old hat, no pun intended, but look at how that fits. That's fucking awesome. If you don't count Kiko, I did my first troop building with Pop's Valkyrie deal. Very cool. Just another jerk. Troopers are $18 on Amazon at the moment. You bought 5, brother? Woo! Chris from Sys 3D Arsenal, he bought 3 more. Yeah, so I have one of these. I have in the carded collection that I won't open. I got another one to open because I kept looking at it. With that nice sniper rifle and the OG rifle and everything like that. So I was definitely kind of like, yeah, you know what? I'll get one to open. And now, fuck, I wasn't gonna spend the rest of the weekend, but I'm definitely gonna go get a couple of those. The way that looks, that helmet sits right on there with that mask. Man, that's fucking sweet. So anyway, before I go too crazy here, let me select this out of the way. So there we ventured in. Here's where we got fucking Viper wise. This dude with the hands is going to be pointing everybody in the right direction, and hell yeah, sub project. Oh my god, I can't really. I got to get my glasses because this is starting to. Did you get the Valks yet? They're great. Some project exploring gay ultra involved techniques to cause brain concussions and amnesia by using sound waves to strike it. Someone subbed it perfect concussion. Yeah, right, right. So all right, y'all. I have to admit that this has I like this the retro. I like it way more now that I'm looking at it. The vest is incredible. I like the choices with the legs. There is way more detail and a lot more going on this vest. I unfortunately I think I still have to go. Oh, I don't even have this guy's. He come with the neck thing, the neck scarf. Does he not come with a neck scarf? The retro, they didn't have it, right? I think that's just for the other ones. You know, the neck, the little collar and the zipper detail at the top there, pretty fucking tits. So yeah, for right now, this the 3-pack is still my favorite. The retro is second. I think I have to go. I think I have to go Cobra Island third, maybe. Yeah, but this is the one I'm going for. I like the muted reds. Uh, yeah, so I think so. The Cobra Island and the 3-pack, these are just legit repaints. They're not different in any way. Legit repaints. And then this here, there's a bunch of differences in the vest. You can see the arms. The belt is completely different. Fuck yeah! All right, absolutely great. So thank you for joining me on this little Let's Know Your Viper. And now we know what's going on. You know, and now that I'm looking at all three of them, I definitely am 100% like kind of like, oh, I see why they did this now. This makes more sense because a lot of times you can look at a repaint and you're like, oh, yeah, it's the same thing. Why do we now we have three? But I get why they they had the Cobra Island release and then they decided to come out with the 3-pack later, and then now here we are getting the retro. So I guess I can see all the changes that they're having. And you know what else too is that the retro comes with some really tits guns. So it's got that gray sniper rifle from the cartoon, or not the cartoon, the card art, and it comes with this one. I think this is one of the classified's coolest looking guns. I think it's a perfect complement. I wonder it would it would really make it absolutely beyond control fucking sick is if they made it so the sniper rifle connected to the backpack somehow. And that's one. If I have any gripes about figures, that's almost always the only one when I get a figure. I'm like, nope, this one is basically perfect, except he has all this shit that does not go in his backpack, and it makes me nuts. It's one of the reasons why I know I'm gonna love that snow job, because homeboy, I believe you can put all of his shit in the backpack. So yeah, I'm just gonna hit this up for y'all. He looks fucking amazing. Yeah, man. I get why so many people like it. It is an incredible figure. I think I'm just a honk for that muted red on here. I think that's what does it for me. But I totally understand. This is going to make for a turbo shot in the Cobra Claw launching facility that I'm doing with Sys 3D Arsenal. All right, let's see here. Try to put these to the side. Now, I'm going to jump to a personal mail call. I've gotten some stuff from people for sure. I bought a lot of stuff from our boy Dan Salsato. He's been at a bunch of shows lately, keeping the eye out. I'm looking for some stuff. The thing he was at today, yeah, look, here's Chris. This is one of these is going to you. Get this out of the way. The stack is rolling over. I thought they were down here. Where'd they go? Oh, of course. So he found some deals. I was like, if you ever find a grunt for 25 or less, let me know. I'll most likely buy it. So 25. I don't remember how much this one was. I think it was only 20. It says 30, but I don't have enough of these. I only have 4 of these. So, but these are pricey. Even on eBay, they look pretty expensive. Did you get the Valkyries yet? They're great. I do, Pop. I don't know if you're talking to me or somebody else, but I do have the Valkyries. I bought a set for like $50 off of eBay because I had to have them in the beginning when I first saw them. They were fucking amazing. Destro, that shirt is excellent. So Conrad, this shirt here, I absolutely love it. It's one of my faves, without a doubt. You can get this from our boy Pop Cult Frenzy. He's got it on his T Public. It's amazing. You can get it in any color, obviously, but having it in this green is really, really cool. I love it. Someone posted they were 70% off on shelf at Target. Yes, Chris, I saw that. My boy Roadblock had posted it. These you're talking about, right? Yeah, they were like $7. And needless to say, I'm going to Target tomorrow because they're supposed to be releasing divers. Supposed to be receiving divers maybe released tomorrow, and I only have one set coming from Pulse, so I'm most likely going to scoot down there first thing in the morning. I have to go to Home Depot anyway, so if I can make it work right where I go there, I check the Target. If they have these for $7, I will legit buy every single one that they have. I don't give a fuck. I even know I'm trying to not spend money, but I love these ones. I do like the one that has the red armband. Like this is the infantry, and I don't know what the fuck they call the other ones. The 12, right? So this is number 24. I think it's number 12. Because by the way, this is awesome. These are so fucking gorgeous. Very, very. They pose well. I think this is the one, right? I love the chest rig, how they do it, the knife setup where the gun is on this one. I just think it's fucking amazing. Let's see. I wish they randomly changed the skin color. Yeah, right. Joe's and my Target are still full price. We'll see if so. So I definitely saw it on multiple places that they were getting discounted. So hopefully we all find them. Sister Yosin, it would be cool if they had like 4 or 5 random skin tones and troop builds. Yeah, man, why would they? I mean, you figure, that way if you've got random skin tones or different heads, like the grunts, you just put the helmet on them and there's no face and they're perfect. Like I love this grunt figure. I believe fucking Jay Antonio, I believe he said this is his favorite classified. And if I'm being 100% honest with you, I understand why somebody would say that. His brown boots with the black right here is amazing. His fucking gloves are amazing. Again, the brown with these black accents. I don't necessarily like this helmet with the loose chin strap or whatever, but both of his guns attached to his backpack. So when I have one of them holding a rocket launcher, both their guns are there. It's really, 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 really awesome. Dozens of Viper specializations. Yeah, brother. Wolfson, there's a ton of them. The gray suppressor comes off. Oh, on the rifle? I think you're right. Right, it's a good idea. So what happens is sometimes you guys got to start talking about something and I get lost in the sauce. Brother said only 4. But yeah, I know. I said I only had four of these. Well, so 4 was originally my troop builder number. I was like, if I have 4, it's perfect. I can stick one person in the middle and have 2 on each side. And then that's it, like Cobra Commander, and then have 2 on each side, 2 of these. So I always try to kind of revolve it around that. And then if I saw a deal on one and then got 5, I'd be like, well, now I have to get another one. So it's an even amount on each side of the photo. But yeah, I had been looking for these. I was, anytime I could find this, like under 20. So this is number 5 of those. And then this, Dan Salsato got me this. Dan Salsato has also sent me a breaker and 2 crystal balls. So I'm crystal balling it up like a motherfucker over here. Let's see. So, I mean, everybody saw that mail call picture earlier. You don't need me to put everything up in the face, considering we're already at 2 hours. So, but you saw, if you didn't see the mail call, you can go to the mail call. Plus, some stuff on there is actually going out in a gift. So I don't want to talk too much about what it is. So I sent a little care package to our brother Vagon. Now, I had been trying to get him something for a while, but homeboy was very staunchly like, oh man, you don't have to send me anything. You're doing all this shit already. Don't send me nothing. And I'm like, I'm sending you something, so I will wear you down till you give me your fucking address. So finally he did. Now, he was not having me sending him something and him not giving anything to me. So he actually bagged up some stuff and sent them just right the gears in my entertaining. Not Vipers. Vipers were a cut above. I don't know. I got too when I get too far back, I can't go through and read it all, but I love it except the face. I would welcome it if you do any Viper. Okay. So they go on, sent me something before I even got his package out the door. I also had to wait for it to come in. I was able to score him because everybody remembers he's airborne. I scored him a 60th anniversary jumper and an airborne, a classified airborne. And then I gave him a Sky Striker and some stickers and all that extra stuff. But he was very ecstatic, made me very happy. Now, what he sent me was pretty incredible, to be 1,000% honest with you. So first things first, I'll show it. He sent me this here. This is a black major bat. Pretty cool. It's got a little Cobra symbol up there. Very nifty. But it comes with a butt fuck ton of stuff. Wait, I think that goes to Crazy Legs. It does. So he's got, which is really cool. My boy Stevie's gonna love this when he sees it. That bat even came with a mini Gatling gun, but it also came with this whole thing. Oop, you know, his backpack with his attachments. So I thought this was a pretty cool throw in, you know, where he's like, hey man, check this out. Look how fucking awesome this is. Now, what he sent me to for my 3 3/4 collection is, it is broken. I have to put a new band in it, but it is Crazy Legs, which I did like Crazy Legs. You know, he sent me this. I don't know if this goes on him or this is the one, but yeah. So I got Crazy Legs. It looks like it's got his rifle. Pretty fucking cool. And the figure itself is in pretty decent condition. There's a little wear and tear here and there, but so I thought this was very thoughtful of him to package something up like that and get it out the door. But he sent me something else that I found to be extraordinary gift. You know, I don't know if you've heard Dagon talk about any of his military experiences, but he was, you know, he was an airborne special forces. The dude was for real. The shit is legit, real GI Joe, not mall cop with the, you know, pants tucked into the boots. It's not anything like that. The dude was legit. And what he sent me was a set of his airborne patches. Now, I didn't know what to say. To me, it's like your soul bled to get these. Because going to everybody that watches him on his page and you know, reads some of his poetry that he puts out there, the dude is, you know, there's a lot from whatever happened, you know, 20 years ago is still very much in the forefront of his mind. And that's why I say his soul bled for this, because my man is still paying for whatever happened back there. And so I feel like to send these to me, like such an important piece of them. I mean, these are his patches. I'm going to do something very, very nice. Just like when I'm going to do it kind of at the same time. I'm making for Mate Mylar. Yeah, right. I know you can just get these anywhere, but this is he earned these. So I tried to thank him in a way that made sense and was like, how do you say thanks for something like this, right? It's like what he went through to earn these, and then to like for a dude who can't shut up and has something to say about everything, I kind of am at a loss for words about what that means to me. Like, so it's gonna get an incredible. It's gonna be a display box of dark walnut. I'm gonna stain the piss out of it. I'm going to slide a very nice, I'm sorry, dark walnut, you don't have to stain. I'm going to make it pop. I'm going to put the plexiglass cover in there, and then it's going to be like that. You know, I don't know. Jumping out of, being in a gunfight is something else for sure to go through. But to jump out of a fucking plane to get to the gunfight is a whole other level of crazy and awesome. And so my brother Dagon, thank you for your service to our country, allowing me to sit here and gas bag about this shit. And thank you so much for your incredibly thoughtful and generous gift. I hope I do it justice as much as I can. So yeah, Dagon is an awesome dude. I've spoke with him at length numerous times, and he is he is a very solid individual. You know, getting to know him a little more and knowing his experiences with things, it becomes you know, kind of hard to explain because I do my best to keep what's in the DM, but he's just a very solid dude. No ifs or buts about it. So I've had a gridiron mail call happening for like a while, and like most of my mail calls, I always constantly forget. I'm always like, oh, I'll do a video, and then I never do the video. Yeah, badass. That's what it is. He's a literal American hero. Right. That's the thing. We're all here. We're all here playing with the GI Joe. He was real life GI Joe. He's even more real life GI Joe than Sergeant fucking Slaughter. So I feel like don't let the GI Joe-atry that he writes fool you. He's a legit badass, like, for real. And you know, you if you watch him on his great show, he does the safety briefing. What time he does? He does it 9 o'clock Eastern on YouTube. It's a half hour. He bangs through a bunch of shit. His excitement is contagious. I've taught him so many times. I've told him so many times that you know, he's got a unique signature to all the things he says, how he does his podcast, where he does the safety briefing part, where he talks about safety shit. It's all very awesome. So I thank him again for his incredible generosity. So let's see. You know what? I did want to show these. So my brother, Dice Man 3D Props, makes great laptops and computers, right? No ifs or buts about it. But I have found something that I like to have a little separate, and I bought a few of these for the upcoming Cobra Call launching facility. Is safety briefing is a fun time. You fucking know it. I got these. So a tiny touch of glue on the hinge will hold it exactly where you want it. But when you buy this, it comes with a tablet and what is more like a phone. And so the Televipers and Techno Vipers that are going to be servicing these Cobra Claws in the launching facility are going to have these for diagnostics and stuff. Everybody's going to have some kind of something there. So you can find these on Amazon. This whole set $7. These are metal. These are like die cast, a steel. I think I bought 4. So I wanted to show you that. Now, I don't know if you guys saw this, but when Gridiron puts out those $5 deals, bro, I can't help it. I buy roughly around 7-ish at first. And then sometimes I go back and I'm like, oh, let's make it 10. I'll get 3 more. What's the big deal? So, but let me tell you, for $5 fucking bucks, my lord, I could have bought 20 of them. Now that's insane. That would just be a waste of money, because what would you do with all of them? And I'd arm the troops. That's what I would do with them. But no, in true Destro fashion, I try to buy as many of them as I can. That is just a really super awesome thing. Now, I have not put this in anybody's hand yet to see what they look like. So while we're sitting here, I just thought about this. Whoo, man, that hand is tight. I should really have something to warm everything up. I'm surprised I haven't broken a set of fingers yet. All right, so yeah, this is a Scar, really cool looking weapon, and let's see what we got for posability on this trooper here. All right, that's not too bad. That's the test, right? Is how, when they get it, how far back can you get the stock into the shoulder, right? That's what makes it look realistic. And then, because if you can't get it back far enough, you can't get this arm out, without it looking ridiculous. And I have to admit that this one right here looks like it's going to be a bit trouble trying to get that to sit right and then have this one come over. But that's okay, because it's really awesome. And the thing about buying these guns from Gridiron is I love to fill my SIS 3D Arsenal racks, the gun racks. They're absolutely why left hand dominant. Yeah, I don't know, brother. A lot of the figures have the trigger gun over here. Yeah, but the trigger finger. So look at that. Very dope. It's an amazing gun for $5. I bought 7 of them, and then I went back to buy that Ninja Commando backpack for Snake Eyes, and I think I added two more into the cart. But yeah, so I got a bunch of these. There's more on the way, and I did have, I don't know where it went, but I had another box that had a whole bunch of. Okay, so here we go. I'm just gonna do this real quick. So one of the things that I got for the Trench Viper, I was showing my brother Matt this the other day, is this blue backpack and Gatling gun. Now, the belt doesn't stay really well. I'm gonna have to glue this bitch in here. I don't see any reason that I'll really ever want it out, even for, you know, I'll leave this one to be able to pull out if I want to make a scene where it's like one of the guys is loading it. But yeah. So this is pretty dope. It so when I say I didn't open the floor mod, I slid the figure out so I could see it, and then I tried this on him. And so like this, having it like this on the figure with his shield, and having this like straight because his shield sticks on the thing, and then you can have him holding the Gatling gun. So that's how that's going to be. Now, like I said, I have a second one coming, and I'm like, oh my God, do I order another $30? And I'm like, no, because I can't be adding up that kind of money. So some other stuff that I got from Gridiron recently is, there's these. I got, oh, you saw these in my my video for the Cobra Claw launching facility promo with the dueling ones by the Claw Pilot. These were $5, and it's hilarious. You know, this is $5. When this goes on sale, shouldn't it be like $2.50? It's half the size of that other one. I got me one of the black berets. This thing's pretty fucking sweet. Where are we at here? 2 hours? All right, boys. I'm gonna gear into the end here. So, yep, pretty fucking sweet right there. I put it on. Actually, here I'll show you what it looks like. So they're actually like, they fit very well. They're super cool. But look at this. Bam. So outside, one of the dials I'm setting up is going to be the Fort mod, acting as like a post with the bar from Mo's Mind Creative, my boy Matt making that up. I already have it. And that's going to be like overlooking the road area. And then I'm going to have the two Trench Vipers that are out there like inspecting cars. And then I'm going to have a guy like this with one of those like tablets in his hand, checking in people as they're coming through. But it's going to be that is going to be the entrance to the Cobra Claw launching facility, and it's going to be heavily guarded. And when the Joes are being sneaky and looking at it, they're going to want to know why there's two Trench Vipers and heavy armaments out here to protect. What do they have going on? That's it. Same one. Oh, yeah, that's the same one. I got a couple of these. I think I got 4. Did I get 4? Oh, I think I got another package with 2 of these in there somewhere. Bullpup Tabor. Really awesome. I had this in the hands. I think I had it in. I don't remember. I think it might have been Firefly's hands, and it looked really good. This is, oh, yeah, okay. So I love this. Look at this one. Fuck yeah. MP7, $5. This looks amazing in the Snake Eyes hand. Just about anybody's hands. It's really, really sweet. Absolutely awesome. So Gridiron always suckers me on these $5 deals. I bought another one of these. This is like my favorite Gridiron gun, or at least it poses so well. I do believe that's a UMP 45. It's got that little flashlight in the front. So when you put the figure's hand on it and it goes all the way up to the top, it's like right in front of that flashlight, and it just looks fucking awesome. Yep, I got a couple of these. These are really sweet. Yeah, I definitely feel like I'm missing. I know I have a box, a whole other box full, but I've shown these before. All right. So these are from a while ago. But yeah, it's a Scar sniper rifle. It's pretty awesome with the rail system. There's a lot of definition there. It looks really good. And then there was one more that I got that I had one, but I wanted to get a second one so I could have 2 people standing next to each other with the same one. And that was was, oops, this one right here. So this is a cool gun. It came with 2 other mags, but this one right here, it's kind of a CQB AR platform. Really, really turbo. I like it how you can see through the red dot scope, the EO Tech looking scope. Really, really dope. Really cool ass gun. I've shot one of those before. So, oh, and I got this one too. So the Cobra Claw launching facility entrance is going to see, it was originally going to be, what I was going to do was put the Gatling gun on a figure and have it slung in the front, right? And then, boom, there we go. He was going to actually be holding this in his hands with the Gatling gun kind of just hanging off like right here. Like if, oh, shit's going down, I need some, I'll just throw this on the ground, pick up my Gatling gun and fucking go to town. So I've been gridiron gun buying a lot. I do like gridiron drones, but shit is just too expensive for me in that regard. I honestly, when I look at prices, I things on that things of that size, I'd rather spend the money with Matt, to be honest with you. They definitely have, like, I have the green drone. I do have a couple drones. Again, they're amazing. But this shit is really expensive. Like I want one thing I might have to get is they make that pounder for the Stinger. So I've got the door upgrade, I've got the roof upgrade, and then they make that like troop carrier thing. But again, that's $100. I'd rather buy an outpost and a figure for $100. Get an outpost from Moe's Mine, and then you get a figure for $25. Now the stuff I get, from Sister Arsenal, they don't. That's why Matt and Chris are some of my favorites, because the stuff they make is unique. You can't get what they make elsewhere. So again, before I put it this way, I just wanted to say, they go on. If you watch it through, I don't think you can get through a 3-hour podcast. My dude, his mind works too fast. So I don't know if we'll get this far, but I will cut him a piece of it and let him know that I was waxing poetic, and he actually managed to render me damn near. That's as close as I get to speechless. When I talked about not knowing what to say for a really long time, that's what was going on there. So let me slide this over to the side. And yeah, so there's just a bunch of other guns that I got. These are the rifles I was talking about that are going to go in the Cobra Claw launching facility. So the Vipers have some really cool gray looking weapons, and not to say that the ones that these Vipers came with isn't bad, but I kind of really like, you know what? I don't know if I did this. So just to give you an idea of what this is going to look like when they're in their hands, because me personally, I don't think to me, you can't fuck around with the color of the gun so much, because like the figures you can make a little crazy, but I don't know. Once I see a gun that is all fucking stupid looking, like at a goofy ass color, it'll really ruin some shit for me. But this Viper's hand is, let's see, what do we got? Oh no, this looks like Wolfson. Here we go. This one's right-handed. So boop, let me get that. Get that set up in there. Well, the handle on this bitch is a little thick. I'm gonna have to work on that. But that looks nice, right? That looks really sweet. So we get a couple of those on there. Boop, boop, boop. Again, into that left hand. Well, I tried to put it on the left for sure, but it didn't fit. Now this gun and this character, see, sometimes it just hits when you get the right figure with the right gun, and the shit will just get in there like that. Right. It's a pretty decent, realistic looking. I mean, I'd like to get his hand fully up, but I've got all these fucking just big guards, and it actually. So when I go like that, boom. See, that's the shot to me. Does it look like he's looking down the fucking barrel? Now, if you go like this, that's actually still pretty goddamn good, right? A lot of them don't look that good. So, bingo bango. This one is pretty sweet. These gridiron guns. I did a bunch of crazy shit too. I actually stuck, without heating it up or doing anything, I stuck 2 of these into a bag of dye, just regular dye, not even the right dye. And what it did is it turned it like this olive green that looks incredible with the green Joes. It looks really awesome. Is what we call, as my dude Matt from Shooting the Galaxy would say, that's a happy accident right there, motherfucker. Well, he doesn't say motherfucker. I don't know. I'm the person that can't not swear. All right, so real quick, we went late. I had a bunch of stuff to talk about. We talked about it. I do, as always, want to run through some stuff real quick. My brother Chris from Sis3D Arsenal has been making my dials better for a long time. Or well, at least a couple months anyway, since I've been making them. And I love his product. I can't say enough about it. He has for such detailed things, he has incredibly sharp prints. Like right now, I reached out and I bought some stuff from him that's going in a gift. I think we all know who that is. I kind of said it live, but in case I just won't say anything. But some stuff that I'm sending in a care package to one of my closer bros here. And then it's kind of the last minute. I was like, oh shit, I forgot. You've got these doors. So I want to have the set of doors because I think it's important for you guys to see this. Like, if you have something like what he makes that has the frame with the door on the inside, anybody can take a bat. Like they make these sheets of paper that have like a brick pattern that you could put on the front of anything, and then put one of these doors into it. It's basic anything. Or like get a piece of foam from the Home Depot and you could cut it out just right. The door frame will sit in there. You have it painted. It looks rough. It looks like a concrete wall with this fucking thing in it. And it's incredibly affordable. Like all the stuff that Chris has is in a price range that, you know, you can slow build your dial supplies by buying a little bit here, a little bit there. So nobody wants to like save up money to buy something, right? Not normally. You just want to drop it. So if you're in a spot where, you know, you can only kind of score maybe a little bit at a time, then this is what you want. He's got dial pieces like this. Like that's one of the big ammo case. I call it an ammo case, but you can make it into anything. And then there's a smaller one, like shit like that. Very affordable. We got here cans, jerry cans. Like again, now mind you, everything I talk about from Sis3D Arsenal, there's options for colors and like Joe scheme, Cobra scheme. He has a lot of like the black and red his stuff. I love it. Again, more dial supplies, an incredible can. It opens up lots of space. You know, look at, you can put 2 of those jerry cans in there. That's actually how he shipped it to me. It was like that. Boom, take it out and look. So got a breather and a pour hole. This is scaled perfectly. I can't go wrong. I think in that order, I think I just ordered another one. I can't remember. I think I did. Weapon stuff. Just like the stuff I'm going to run through real quick it's must have. So the Viper grenade case, our boy, here he goes. Look at, I want my grenade. Hot damn it. Look at how good that is. An incredibly clean print. The top goes on, super slay. The handles are awesome. You can't go fucking wrong. He has the large cases. Boop, boop, boop. This is the Firefly. Take that Firefly out. Bang. The rest of his stuff down there. And then the very first thing that I ordered from him, I actually almost bought these like in essence at the same time, is this one. This is the scrap iron where you could take those Vulcan cannons and you put these in the place of the missiles, and the missiles can go in here. And everything fits so tight. They're really super tight, super clean prints. And this is like, yeah, the playability is off the hook. What else do we got? Oh, one of the hot items, bro. I hope you're selling a lot of these. Bang. It holds the mass device. So we've got the snake eyes and we've got the kebab meat right there. Absolutely perfect. That one came with, who the fuck did that come with? Jesus Christ. I'm missing the divers. Oh, Breaker had that. So yep, once I get a pack, hopefully I score a pack of divers tomorrow and then this will be in here. But it's great because you can hold it by the top like this, and then that way when you're carrying it, when you lift it up, you can have like 2 bats lifting it up. You see the substances there. Perfect. Speaking of substances, they have so here now, Chris, if I remember correctly, you are coming out with new colors for this, right? Different colors for the chemicals. I can't wait for that. I would love to have different options for this. I think that would be great that way. Like as I'm doing the series of things, like Mindbender is going to want these, and then he's going to need a different chemical and a different compound and the whole thing. I love that set. I didn't say enough. I love this set. I think it's fucking amazing. It's got a little keypad over here, little breather vent. It's amazing. Truly is. Green. Oh, tomorrow, red, yellow, blue, green. Fuck yeah, bro. Awesome. So red, yellow, blue, green, that you're going to be able to get colors. for your for your nice set right there. Yeah, that's awesome. I will love to be able to kind of change it up so I could use this in different use it in different scenes with having something different in there. That's gonna be so awesome. I love it. Now, this one right here, same size case, same everything, but elite diode shit. Look at that. That is super clean, crisp printing. And so what you see there is you're like, oh shit, 8 gold bars, fucking awesome. No, 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 my man don't play. Look at what he's got there. There's 16 in there. Really, really sweet. Same thing with the grenade case. There's 16 of them in there also. I feel like I'm missing one of these. Where's the one with the bombs in it? Oh, I don't have. I only have that one in the hiss and the green. That's all over in the Cobra Coil launching facility. Oh no, here we go. All right, so I've got the grenade. Huh, son of a bitch. All right, so there's another bomb case that I have over on the other side. Ooh, over on the other side. So empty. You get cases like this where they just all stack together. They look amazing, and you just can't beat it. Also, here's these Joe grenades. I think are exceptional in that on the grenade, it's got that yellow stripe. Let me see if I got that yellow stripe. It's just a little detail that makes it go fucking absolutely bananas. So that's fucking totally tits. Totally tits. So yes. Oh, one more thing. So I got all of the stuff is in the Cobra Claw launching facility being made. But one of the things I was able to bring over is this mechanic set. Holy shit. It's so awesome. First off, you can buy them separately. This can sit up on something. You can use this as it's being walked around. You can put tools on the top like it's some kind of a whatever, or you can use this that opens up like that. You can find on Amazon, there is sets. Oh, well, there's some Televiper stuff, but on Amazon, there are sets that are very inexpensive that have a bunch of tools like this. Like you can't beat this shit. It's all hand tools. There's another set that had like this was cheap. This was like $3 or $4. They had a $16 set that had like some power tool looking things, which I don't know. They didn't look all that awesome. And then so but I did buy one that had some power tools. I'll be loading this up. So the Techno Vipers and the Televipers will be using this and other Sys 3D products to get these Cobra Claws launching and up in the air so they can take this motherfucking case all the way to Dr. Mindbender's lab. So everything about this is going to be Sys 3D Arsenal, and it's going to look amazing. So Chris now has a website. I will put all this information in the show notes. I always forget to do this because it's such a shit show run around at the end when I'm trying to get going for you guys. So I will load up. You can still right now you can use the Etsy. Etsy is still up and running. Make sure you use my promo code Destro Designs and site wide to make sure you get all 10% off all your purchases. A lot of times that can be like you can wind up getting new or take care of the taxes, or it just takes a little off the top. So like, and what I do is I am a is it Etsy like that? No, I think I paid for eBay to have no, that's what is that? Oh, Pulse. I'm a premium member. So yeah, Sys 3D Arsenal, absolutely amazing stuff. Make sure you go check them out. Use my promo code Destro Designs. And Chris, thank you again for everything you do, brother. I super appreciate it. And I look forward to the next order so I can get this Cobra Claw done. And trust me, that door is not what's holding me up. I have to put lights on it still and some other stuff. It's just been tricky with trying to make sure I'm still posting some like actual content now and again while still working on the longer ones. Now, one of the reasons why I'm 100% totally wanting to make sure that this is right, because we are this close to having my most detailed dial that looks amazing with the shit you sent me. So I just want to make sure that we're getting all of the awesomeness out of it that we can, because we're close and it's going to be fucking amazing. If you thought anybody thought that preview was cool, you really haven't seen nothing yet. This is a fucking enormous set that is powered by Sys 3D Arsenal, and it's great. So again, I have this whole pile of stuff here. If you saw the post from this morning, it was crazy. So I will. So the $5 crystal ball. I got me the Desert Scorpion. Now I'm going to be honest with you all. It's amazing, but this came from Pulse. Let's see. I have had a lot of questions about it. What's that, brother? Something in particular? Do tomorrow, Red Green? Oh, about the Cobra Claw launching facility? Are people asking you about that? Get the fuck out. That would make my goddamn day. Oh, the preview image. Nice. That's great. Oh, that really makes my day. Oh, I don't know if I put that one on Facebook yet. Did I load that on Facebook? I thought I did. I have to make sure we get that over there on Facebook because all of a sudden I'm thinking, holy shit. Nice. Well, thanks, brother. Thank you for letting me know that. That one came out particularly well. The catwalk, the Cobra symbol in the back, the stance, I kind of squeezed it in. Yeah, that's great. I reshared it on my account. Oh, good. Oh, great. Awesome. Well, that's great, brother. Then that means if people are asking you about that, then that means it's catching your eye. And this will be when we get all these, because listen, it's going to be a ton of pictures that are going to come out of this, meaning like it's such a big set that when you take a picture of all of it, it's literally, it looks like you're looking down into like a giant not cavernous because it's full of stuff, but there's going to be so many individual close-up shots and all kinds of stuff that are going to be on there, and it's going to be crazy cool. Well, thank you, Chris. I appreciate you saying that. So this one here, I love this. I think it's really sweet. This one came from Pulse. I have 2 more on Amazon that are supposed to ship at the end of the month. I think I'm going to cancel them only because I've been buying so much stuff. And I still am waiting. Like, I don't think I paid for all the Amazon stuff that I got from Pop 2 weeks ago, the HMS missile system, the HISS fire team, and a trouble bubble. Whatever that adds up to is like $150. I don't think they charge that until it ships. So I still have to come up with that. And these are 45 fucking bucks. It's gonna be another $100. And I'm like, the Scorpion is big. It's amazing. No, maybe not. I don't know. He's pretty awesome. Maybe I will keep. The Scorpion can sting the ground in front of his nose. That's a good question, right? Isn't that the whole thing? It's supposed to be able to get all the way right here. Definitely looking forward to the end result. Well, thank you, Red. That it's going to be sweet. And just remember that a lot of this dial, when you see it, is full of the. It's basically going to have any Cobra related Sys 3 arsenal stuff. Chris had sent me some things. I've teased a few pieces. The full set, the full run when it's all together is fucking mind blowing. He makes incredible shit. So yeah, this right here, I'm just moving this out of the way. I got some stuff I got to talk about from Mo's mind. I just can't get to it because it's all over here. I got Slice and Dice. Slice and Dice looks really cool. I feel like this is a set that you could just take these 2 out and just take pictures of these 2 for like a hot minute because it is that fucking awesome. I did score this. Boom. Now this I got off of Amazon. This popped up on Amazon and I was like, yeah, man, I absolutely have to have this. Once again, I'm more interested in the sideshow. Oh, right. This looks, I don't know, y'all. I know it's supposed to be General Hawk, but like the suit and everything, it just looks like a slightly different grunt, right? It's got just some shit right here, the color. So I wish I could get a couple of these. Maybe I don't know if I want to spend $80 just to get like 2 or 3 of these Hawk figures, but it is a killer. That is a killer like troop building outfit if you ask me. So you are getting charged for the Awe Strikers. So listen, Pop, I got a charge not that long ago. So it's $242 charge. I thought it was my Awe Striker, but the cancel this item has not come off of it, which means that can't be the case. So this looks incredible. I don't have anything from the Joes to tow it except for like I have the Atlas, 100%. I can tow it with the Atlas, but like I don't have a green. The Awe Striker's not here. I don't have Vamp. I didn't get a Hound or anything like that. But I have this. This is great. I do have. So you saw me open one of them. Here is. Oh, right. So here is the other Viper. So what I did was I traded with Jeremy for the Techno Viper. So I bought more of these. Oh, Yep. Okay. So here's that Viper. All right. So I got 4 Vipers altogether. I scored 2 more of these. Had to do it. Absolutely. They're amazing figures. I had 2, and I was like, fuck it, I'm getting another one. Whoop, that's going in a gift to somebody. The BBTS sale, right? So BBTS, I got the Stinger. I got the $50 Stinger that's still in the box. They had Spirit, $12.50. I mean, you only need one Spirit, right? But for $12.50, boom, I had to get it. Even if I wind up giving it. But OG bats, like you can never have enough OG bats. That's our boy Big Country. He's got a fucking fuck ton of them. So, but these were $15 a piece. I was like, okay, fine, I'll get 2. And then that puts me at like 8 bats, so I can kind of be like, all right, that should be good. I got a second Saw Viper. This is a very, very cool thing. And I have so many scenes set up where I want to have these Cobra craziness, and like a heavy duty gunner and armament. I got my 5th or 6th. So I have one that's carded. I think this means I have 5 of these to open now for the snow scenes. And I may have showed this last week, but tripwire number 3. Listen, do you see all that shit that's in there? Anytime this figure is under $30, it has to be bought. I mean, not necessarily me. I have 3 now, and I think that might be it. But I can change, so 2 of them, you can swap the different kind of gear. So the headgear, and they'll look a little different. And then I might use stuff from the 3rd one. I truly want a kit bash. I just don't have the time. I'm gonna take like one of these and a couple other figures and put them aside and be like, okay, when I get a chance, I'll go through and I will fuck with these. I will try to make something happen. Let's see. Pretty sure I showed you guys this. So Chris, this one, here's your dial tone. And then the 5 police officers. So, boys, I did want to open something, but it's a little late, and I don't think we're going to get there, and that's fine. I just want to talk about my brother, Matt, and his wonderful products. I have had so much fun shooting his stuff for the past, like, I don't know how long, Matt, couple months, maybe, something like that. I've had the greatest time. So I talked about, I'm going to be getting up a bunch because I don't have room to get it all over here. So I'm going to start off with this. I've said this many times. I believe that this could potentially be the most bang for your buck ever. So hold on, let me get this right. So this is the Outpost in Joe Scheme colors. You can get it in a bunch of stuff. Right off the rip, he offers the Joe Scheme, the Cobra Blue and Gray, the Cobra Blue and Gray, the Night Force Gray, and the Destro. It's got the Destro colors are amazing with that kind of yellowish and the red and everything. Fucking phenomenal. But what this is here is truly an Outpost. And so it's as amazing as it looks. There's a lot of detail in all those panels. All right. Look at this Mod Deuce 50 cal scaled so nice with that super long barrel. It's got belt fed, but it has this nice little jam box that comes off. So you could take this with you. You could have them firing from somewhere else. The roof. So having this like this, you can get a couple sandbags or anything, and just you put anybody up here, and it's a great sniper's perch while you've got up close support with the 50 cal. And when you come in the back, it is fucking awesome. So we have 1, 2. You could put a sidearm or even a rifle sits in there, 100%. This is what this likes with the ammo can. Boop, 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 boop. Right here, that is for the backpacks. I fumbled because I don't have one to stick on there real quick. Wait, yes I do. Quick kick in his horse shit. There we go. Look at that. They all fit nice and easy breezy. They come in and out. It's fucking perfect. Because my dude is smart, he gives you an option. Sucker. He gives you an option that, say, Roadblock has to take this with him. You can slap Gridiron compatible, totally and completely.
And what I do like is that the gridiron green matches very well. They're just like damn near identical. So as you can see, you can still get the full range of motion with it. Really, really cool. This one in particular, I really enjoy having here on scenes where I really have like an embattlement where it's a real. I need shit to be like this. We need this to protect the gunner type of thing. I do like using that. But the thing is, this fucking gun is amazing. Like that's the reason that I don't have a gridiron there permanently is because that the gun that comes with it is fucking totally tits. So Matt's stuff is real big on modular ability, and it's one of the reasons why I love it all so much. So I guess I could do this with one hand. You take out this pin, you remove this, and now you have this tab that if I bought the bar, you could get it attached right there. You put the pin back in, and then you would have one continuous. The bar is very flexible. I had been meaning to do a video on a big table where I could put them together and slide it in here, and then show everybody exactly what that looks like because it's fucking amazing. It looks amazing. If you go to his Etsy shop, I do believe he has it set up where we have the Joe Green, and it's connected to a Joe Green bar, and it looks fucking phenomenal. When I say this is like the best bang for your buck, what I mean by that is for $80, use my promo code Destro Designs. You get 5% off. That'll take care of a lot of your tax. You get a total. This is a diode, right? This is a diode. You can set this down outside next to like some weeds, some bushes and shit, and you have a dope scene. There's not much that you can buy that is going to give you Iron Grenadiers Atlas. Sounds awesome, doesn't it? Yes, it does. What do we see here? Nice. All right, Red, thanks for coming through, brother. A guy ordered an Iron Grenadier Atlas right now, putting together tomorrow. Oh my god, dude, I gotta see that. Oh my god, fuck yeah, that's great. That sounds incredible. Holy shit. Nice. Oh, nice. Conrad, my brother. Yours is on the way. That's fucking awesome. Well, then I can't wait to get you the stuff that's going to go with it. That's great. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you, Matt, for taking care of my brother, getting his stuff right out the door. That I see you. That's awesome. Thank you. Yes. So for $80, bro, you can't spend $80 and get an instant dial piece. You put this in, you could take a walk right outside with it like this, set it right down. Instant fucking awesomeness. So for me, this is like my favorite thing to get for like $80. Oh, look. Remember I told y'all that olive green color on that gun after having it just sit in some black dye? That's what it looked like. I love it. Now we got the Merc. Again, this is another thing that you buy this, you just instantly have something going on. Now, I've had a bunch of different stuff. Now, I've done a lot of shots where I had the divers, the 60th anniversary divers, looked amazing. I also had shots where I had Beachhead up here running point with this gun, and then I had dudes like Stalker and Snake Eyes, some like an OG kind of. That shot was kind of like a reminiscent to that Vietnam style or that Vietnam era. What is it? The long range rifle patrol, that LLRP. So it was like my end of that. Not the spring loaded mess again. Oh boy, what did I miss? Nice. All right, so it's got an amazing motor with a great boat. Now, if this looks dirty, it's because I had it in water, and now there's like a bunch of dirt and stuff in there from what I was doing. But it's got nice range of motion. I've said this before. This is, I could take one of these out, and then you put it down lower. So if the guy is kneeling, it's great. One of the things I really, really love is this rope. It's got just enough extra slack in it so a guy can kind of grab. Plus, it looks like it kind of falls naturally. There's so much detail in the bed there. Just absolutely fun. Long range recon control. Thank you, Wolfson. So I said something about the bar. I'm going to show you that. So, and I'll tell the story real quick. I dropped this down my stairs. So the stairs to the studio are right over there, coming from the first floor. And when I got this stuff from Matt, I was so excited. I opened up the outpost and the bar, and set it on top of the outpost still in the box. I slipped down my stairs. Thankfully, I didn't get really hurt. But this went end over end down the stairs, like ba-bang, 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 on the fucking slab floor. And I mean, I had the new floor down now, but then it was a slab. And let me tell you, the only thing that broke was this little corner piece, little bit of the plastic broke off. Oh, and there was something else. I don't remember what it was. I think it was one of these little panels came off, but I just kind of glued it back on, I think. This, I love this gun. This can go onto the Atlas. Totally, twin Vulcans, absolutely amazing. It scales really good. When I put one of these infantry guys back here, or these Vipers, or shit, hell, not fucking even this trooper now, I could stick him back there, and it would look really, really ridiculous. But this thing is so flexible and has such a good range of motion like this. And here's what I'm talking about. See how this has the finishing piece? If you took this off, it would connect right to the outpost. So you could have the outpost here with this coming way off the side. You can have it this turned so you're angled right, like here. Boom, you go just like this. So now you have the outpost here, and then you are covered over on this side. And the range of motion with this gun will get you all the way back here, all the way up, all the way down. And something that I wanted to show too. Look at how cool this is. He's got the belt fed kind of coming through like this. So I like the way this looks because you can do this and you're not being bogged down with this. So the range of motion that they have here, it's just incredible. Again, it's like these aren't dial pieces. This shit is the fucking dial. And then I saved for last my baby. Arguably the fucking coolest fucking thing ever. Yeah, I'm a really big fan of the hiss, but I have become quite obsessed. Now, customarily, I always do this. I rock my baby to sleep at night. If you don't think I do, you're wrong. So now I have to get a better way to show this off, but let me just go down a little bit. So let me tell you, there's a million things that are just absolutely insanely fucking awesome about this. There's nothing that I've had to take pictures with. There's no dial, anything that I've ever done that is as fun and awesome to take pictures with as this thing. Because you can just put figures standing outside this open door, right? And then with the level of detail and everything in there, just two figures. I'll put a light in there so it lights up. You can see a little. Stand two figures next to it. You have a turbo incredible fucking shot. And that's just like one small thing. The Atlas is an investment without a doubt, but I think it's very competitively priced with things of its size. I think it's a perfect amount less, and you're getting more. So how big it is compared to other things, it's the biggest. And as Matt likes to say, he looks at the money that you guys spend as an investment that it's important to him. The way I've heard him say, like, I know I have to earn that space on your shelf. I think that's a pretty amazing way to know that this person that you are spending your money with looks at the money you're spending on him as very important. And he does, it's not lost on him that if somebody wants to come and pick up the Atlas, that they're dropping some dough, and that he wants to deliver the most perfect product for that. And you're going to get, he's an incredible printer. Everything I've ever gotten from him is like flawless, amazing. The thing is though, is that when you make a whole new product, it's not just about, getting something that you can print and looks clean. He designed the most badass fucking thing you've ever seen in your life. Like, look at just the front. Look at all the detail that is just in that front with the underguard. I mean, just absolutely crazy. I'll take this gun out real quick so you can get a good look at it. But dude, the ARC, fucking belt fed, giant, God, if I can remember, I'm sorry, 20 millimeter cannon, I believe. Fucking boom, 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 just destroying shit. Now, also, the bar, oh, fuck, I should have grabbed it. The bar gun, the Vulcan cannon, Matt will send you an adapter that'll allow you to put that on here. Also gridiron compatible. Look at this hatch. Look at the detail. Just look at the detail on the top of that hatch, right? amazing. You cannot go wrong. So I'm gonna slap that. I'm gonna slap that. And we're gonna come to the back. First of all, when I take this off, backpack holders. So this is the Shockwave. It's got the drone on the top, and it still fits in there perfect. So there are 4 of these, one in each spot. You can fit the whole fucking squad's bunch of shit in there. Absolutely perfect. Then now, man, you have to fucking hold on. Before we go crazy back here, I'm gonna open this up, and then I'm gonna try to show it in a way where you can see all this detail. Look at that detail in this. Matt will send you a template so you could print out whatever you want on your screens. It'll be a perfect size for the driver, the gunner, whatever you cut out of there will fit in here perfectly. One of the coolest things I like how he has, if you look, one of the seats is reclined, right? So if you look on this side, there's a series of corresponding monitors. You know, you're looking out through. The front of the ARC gun has a camera, so you're looking with that. There's all kinds of other stuff, and then he's got cup holder. Fucking a. The seat or the steering wheel comes right out, boom, and that way you get the figure in right. But it also is adjustable; like it can go in all the way or come out more to fit whatever figure you have in there. That's thoughtful. And again, if you haven't seen it, there's other pictures where you can get to this detail more. But like if you just look like on the door where it's got like, let me see here, like on the door, there's like just this one box with a bunch of wires coming over. There's just that, you know, that just takes so much effort to fucking get that all in there like that. It's just the level of detail. It's not just big for the sake of being big. It's fucking enormous with a fuck ton of amazing details. Like you can't beat it with a stick. Now, arguably my favorite part is that, oh Matt, you know what? Again, because I'm constantly noticing things, that's a light with a nice like a wire cage over it, right down next to a thing. Wow, I wonder if I could squeeze a bulb in there or something. But dude, again, I'm just finding something else. This door that comes to the back is crazy. It's a bulkhead style door that looks incredible. One of my favorite shots that I haven't done with it yet is going to be looking in through this way and somebody coming out of this door. It's going to be fucking awesome. Now, he on the sides here, he hits you off with this very nice M249, which that's the thing. These guns are amazing too. Like all these fucking, you know, gridiron compatible. Oh, shit. There is an adapter. Fuck. I don't have it. There is an adapter over there that will allow you for this to go in and then actually swing around. Just to give you an idea of what it looks like, that's, yeah, you can't go wrong. So, but the detail, fucking forget it. And you can also take that off and you could literally put the whole thing into the hand of one of the figures as he runs out the back of the Atlas ready to fucking throw down big time. So, and the way that they sit and that the guns are scaled, that I can have people all around the gunner and it still sits and looks great. So let me close this part up. So in the back, all 4 of the seats fold up. You can have more standing room, or if you're doing it so you can sit down, you sit down. This. Oops, hold on. Backwards. There we go. So when you put this up, boom, look at that. That alone looks incredible. But then when you got, don't mind my dick fingers, all his stuff, Matt and Chris, their stuff is very easy to use. I just have these giant, ridiculous fingers. There we go. He's got a magnet on there. That's really, that's how you want things to be. You don't want things flipping out super easy. It's nice to be stiff, but you can line up some guys in here. Hold on. Let me see if I can, again, without even really going crazy to pose. But once you get homeboy in there, oh my God. Anyway, sorry, that's a tough sell right there like that. So that, you know, this is the coolest thing out, like for sure. I have not posted the side-by-side picture of the hiss. I'm going to wait till I have this table in front of me cleaned off. I'm going to put it up there. I think people are going to shit themselves when they see that picture because you can be told like, oh, it's bigger than the hiss and have an idea what that's going to look like. But then when you see this picture, you go, wait, what? It's in every way, height, length, width, it, and not just like, oh, splitting a hair for how much is. We're talking fucking like incredibly noticeably bigger. I like how a hard top fits over the open bed variant. Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So one of the things that Matt took into consideration is, if you're spending X amount of dollars, you want to be able to get like as much out of it as you can. And so he makes everything modular. So shit, just like, yeah, having this come on and off. He's actually cooking up some new stuff too. That is going to go in the back. Like the one thing that I saw, I think I could talk about this. The one thing that I saw, or he's doing, it's going to be a roll cage, right? Or not a roll cage, but like a cage that when this comes off, you're then going to be able to take this off, and he's going to have supports. This will turn into a base. So you take this off, you put it up, and you're not connected to this anymore. It'll sit on some kind of system that where now you have a place to go into. You can hang up your backpacks. You can get some gun racks from Sister the Arsenal and put them in there and create yourself a little like an impromptu base. Like we're setting up shop right here, but we got to go deeper. And then when you put that cage on here, what it allows you to do is you still got something that's like protecting, but you can put I believe Matt said he's going to have like gear racks that are going to be attached where you can put stuff on there. Docking playset for whatever back and you're not using as the plan. Right. So instead of, again, when you break down the cost of something and you have this, you don't want to be like, oh, I have this and I'm not using it. Right. This way, with this little set, it'll be able to, like a docking station, you'll be able to utilize this when it's not on here, keeping all of the things that you paid for being used. And listen, when I tell you, you saw it just now. I've had this thing for weeks. I just noticed that one thing, there's so much little detail that I just noticed that was a fucking light. I've been taking pictures of the inside of this fucking thing for weeks, and I just realized that. That's how much level of insane detail goes into it. Matt, I continue to be blown away by this thing. And thank you so much for sending this to me because I fucking love it. Now, I got these colors so I could use it for either Joe or Cobra. I feel like I'll have to in my stories talk something up about how this is for Night Force. Night Force has been using it, but somehow Destro's spies got a hold of. I wanted to do it I wanted to have Matt be like a character in the story where it's like, oh, he's Destro's like, oh, this new guy. Because I've done it with Sister the Arsenal before too. I'll do it for everything. Where Destro's like, oh, who are these guys making all these armaments for all of G.I. Joe? I have to get those designs, and then they go and they get the fucking designs or whatever. But yeah, so something that I've only fucked around a little bit, and I only have one of these open so far. But yeah, when you put this, like, how big the snake armor is, it still looks small compared to the Atlas. Like, it makes this look small. It makes the Hiss look small. Y'all get this? You all get this yet? So Matt, you'll be getting your snake armor. I will be shipping that to you on Monday. And Chris, you are getting a dial tone that is on. It will be on its way on Monday as well. I got so much shit over here right now. That's all about to fall over. And I got it all set. So a lot of really awesome stuff there. I'm really blessed. So I'm not a religious person per se. I respect everybody that does. Now I want to make it carry the snake armor. I'm sorry, brother. I know I come up with these things and I say it to you, and you're like, oh my god, now I have to do that. But yeah, dude, that shit, or even like Matt, what would be dope? Would be like a towable. So you figure I'm now the proud owner of 5 of them, right? 5 snake armors. That's probably a lot. But if you made something that tows maybe 3 of them or something like that, because if you stand them all, right, you put the arms down and you get it all straightened out. This thing really articulates pretty fucking well. And you close it up, and it's you put 3 of these standing together Like imagine have it like driving and then seeing it. Man, I can't wait to get lights into this thing and take shots of it. Oh my god, it's so fucking cool. Yeah, anything like that, Matt, would be fucking awesome. So also I have it set up so I can't show you. Dice Man 3D Props. He's got those consoles. He's shipping them for $50 for members of our community. Use Destro Designs. He can be found. I'll put a link in the show notes. You want to pick up his stuff too. He's got the great. I think I got. He makes these crazy cool laptops. Like this is my favorite one by far. So this one is a tri-screen, basically a drone operator, right? So you've got the two handles, you've got the three screens, and so I had it was the Cobra Island Cobra Trooper standing behind it. So here, I'll just use this since he's here. So I had this sitting on the table from Sister E Arsenal, and he was controlling. Why is that vest way up there? But he was controlling it. Looked like he was controlling the blue gridiron drone. So this looks like, he's doing something to control that. So yeah, I mean, just look at how cool it is. Even if you fold these down, having something like this in your Dio shot is really, 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 really cool. So yeah, you got to check Dice Man 3D Props out for sure. But yeah, so go see my brother Matt. He is over on Etsy. The link will be in the show notes. You gotta get something from both of these guys. Like I said, it's you can, if you're maybe looking for something maybe just a little smaller, like a little extra piece to get on, you want to get something from Chris because he will print you something that's amazing with an amazing design, and it will change what you have. Whatever you're about to take a picture of will be changed drastically by having some of his amazing clean printed, amazingly designed products. Now, if you're looking to set the dial, you want to get yourself an outpost. You want to start investing there. Personally, I think you should get a little bit of both. Buy yourself an outpost and then get some matching mission crates to go behind it. Fucking, you can't go wrong. If you had say like 225 bucks to spend, you could get the outpost and the bar in a matching color. And then you can go spend another 30, 40 bucks over at Sis 3D Arsenal and get yourself some matching mission crates for that. And you have the dopest fucking thing to take pictures of. You have an instant complete success. Now it's a fair amount of money. That's not nothing. But if you're here and you're throwing down and we're investing and you want it, I think that's where you want to travel to spending that kind of money is on some stuff like that. That's excellent. And just, you like almost can't go wrong with it. Mobile snake armor support like a pro cycling. Yeah, right. We'll just have a bunch of people driving around with snake armors packed with Techno Vipers. Yeah, man. I wish the Techno Viper fit in the snake armor. Conrad has a good point where he brings up. He's like, it doesn't matter who your pilot is because most of the time you got the fucking thing closed. So unless you're taking pictures of somebody climbing out of it, personally, I think these guys make an excellent pilot. I think that the retro colored blue looks really good with the weathered white. It rings of the time frame and stuff and just like when I look at the snakes, the claws, and the white trouble bubble, it hits like in the back of my mind like, oh, this is the cartoon. This is Sunbow all day. So I love that white aesthetic. And when you put something like this, that's like a Cobra Blue, this design with this kind of mask and this webbing is a little more true to, the original Trooper, which don't get me wrong, the Cobra Island Trooper is an amazing figure without a doubt. But this just has a little something to it that I don't know. I'm really digging. I'm really enjoying. Like this guy here though, I want to try to pose him so he's holding on to his fucking strap. So he's doing the old thing like that where he's strapped in. Anyway, we are at the end, and I'm going to wrap this up because it takes me 10 minutes to wrap it up anyway. I desperately feel like I left something out. Nope, I had those Telly Vipers last week. Oh, I opened Monkey Wrench for the shot for this week's show. I put them up next to the Destro Design show. So how I decide for what figure is obviously I try to use something if I've gotten something that's just come out, here for the new my new episode, here's like a new figure. I have something set for next week that I wanted to do this week really bad, but I had to wait for something else to come in so I could kind of do it. I could do it how I wanted to. So next week's is going to be awesome. I have some really cool shit planned to come up. Again, if I could have 2 days a week where I didn't have to do any work whatsoever and could just crank out dio shits. Now of course everybody's like, yeah, man, everybody wants to be able to play with their toys. But no, I feel like I could, if I had the ability to like maybe save a fuck ton of money and then be like, I wonder if I put my full effort into it, would I be able to create something that would pay me enough money to live? I don't think so. I don't think I'm quite there yet in terms of the amount of people that would want to come and spend 10 bucks or something on Patreon, which that is coming, by the way. I will always be putting stuff on YouTube, but my goal is to get to a point where I can work work any of my jobs or the business, the consulting, like any of that. I want to do that less. And I literally want to put real fucking effort into my content. Just like the different pictures. I want to be on point with the with that G.I. Joe Silent Serpents, and whether I'm doing it in a comic book form with Jay Antonio or I'm literally acting out the scenes with the figures. I feel like I could get to a level that if I had the time, that I would be able to pump out enough stuff to where it would keep all of you entertained to a degree where it would be undeniable that you want to spend 10 bucks. And then we would just have to get, you know what I mean, some other people. So I have some numbers in my head that I think will be doable, meaning like sometime in the future after the word is spread just a little bit more or whatever. I think it's going to be good. I can't believe I hit 3 hours again. I mean, I every week I'm like, okay, 2 hours, 11. This is it. I'm only gonna go to 11 because everybody wants to get up. But I start talking, especially once I start talking about great products ship from Matt and Mo's Mind and Chris from Sis3D Arsenal. I could talk about that stuff all day. But yeah, so again, just to I touched on it in the beginning, tag me in your photos. Make sure I get my eyes on that so I can share it. You're never burdening me. You're never bothering me. As far as our community goes, we continue to skyrocket and set an example and bring in more people that are hip to what we're doing. It's been brought to my attention that maybe I had something to do with kind of bringing some people together and being oh my god, you know what, I said that they had different legs. They don't have different legs, they're the same. Anyway, oh no, wait, that's right, because it's not the retro. Oh Jesus Christ, sorry. Our community is the best, and even though I maybe have kind of gotten everybody looking in the same direction, it's everybody, y'all, that have to do it. It's y'all that have to be encouraging and nice, and to make it work. Like, it happens because you guys do it. Everything that I do, this podcast, sending figures to people, care packages, cranking out this content, which, by the way, Chris from Sis3D Arsenal, I'm just in the back of my head, it went off again that you've had, some people that are interested in asking about the picture or asking about the whole thing because of the picture. That really makes me happy. To know that people see that picture and it piques their interest enough to where they're asking you about it. It really made my day, bro. I super appreciate it. But yeah, like I'm saying, all of that happens because you guys are supportive to me, and it's worth doing without a doubt. Like, I would, it wouldn't be as fun if I wasn't sharing it all with you guys, right? Like I said, one friend of mine, one of my closest lifelong friends that is cool with G.I. Joe and is obsessed about it in the same way that we are. He just doesn't have, he's got maybe 10 or 15 figures, original figures from when he was a kid, and that's it. Now, I've recently bought him some stuff for his birthday. I bought him a Battle Armor Cobra Commander. He fucking loved Battle Armor Cobra Commander, so I bought it for him. But anyway, trying to talk to him about the stuff that we talk about is just not the same thing. I feel heard, appreciated, and like my obsession is is looked at as a good thing. So yeah, like that mail call that I posted to, that's just ridiculous. But as we get closer, we're heading into the holiday season. Obviously, I have to buy my kids Christmas presents and stuff. And there'll be a slight drop down in how much I'm actually buying. See, I say that, and what I'll do is I'll just wind up taking on more jobs and be like, all right, I'm just going to work the whole entire weekend somewhere, outside the house. I'm going to do a whole separate job so I can buy a bunch of fucking GI Joes. No, it'll be all good. I do, like I said, as we do get closer, I will mention more about the Christmas drive, I guess you could call it. Where I'm gonna ask the community to pony up on some things that maybe we can help and really change the entire outcome for at least one family this Christmas. Now, I don't have any direct knowledge, even through DMs, of anybody that is in financial straits. But I can tell you this: given the state of everything in like our country, there's no motherfucking way that one of us isn't struggling financially, right? So it'll just be on what's the current price of good anthracite. It'll be it'll be on the person to own up to it and reach out to DM and say, hey man, I'm super embarrassed about this, but I am struggling. Somebody could most likely maybe just lost a job, and as they're trying to scramble to get something new, here's Christmas, and if we could hand over a couple $100 to somebody to make sure that their kids enjoy and there's a turkey on the table to eat, stuff like that. I honestly, it's like the more that I've thought about that, like that's kind of been in my head for like a week. And the more that I think about it, I'm almost as obsessed with that idea as I am the toys themselves. So we're gonna make that happen because our community is fucking great. I'm just gonna try to organize it a little bit, and I will be putting a post out. I mean, we're not even to Halloween yet, so most likely after Halloween, I will put something up and say, hey, we've got 2 months, little less than 2 months here to try to throw something together for a family, and we're gonna make it work, y'all, for sure. I don't know what everybody's got planned for the rest of the weekend. I know I am getting up early to work on this basement remodel, so I cannot wait to go to bed. I might actually try to sleep in a little bit tomorrow, maybe not get up until like 6. My alarm goes off at 3:30 every day, and some days I'm able to get up. Like right now, I'm damn near up for almost 24 hours, which is a lot, trust me. I will crash so hard. Now, I don't get that huge adrenaline dump. The first couple of podcasts I did, I was so amped up when it was over. I had a hard time settling down. Not anymore. I've got it. My body has regulated the excitement. And the second I go upstairs and lay down, I will be asleep in 2 seconds. I'm a little hungry, so I'm going to get something to eat. But we got another 3-hour banger. I really, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate every single one of you, especially you, Snow Leopard, staying up, engaging in the chat, being fucking awesome. I love and appreciate every single one of you. Remember, my DMs are always open. If you guys need something from me, all you got to do is ask. I'm not rich. I can't just hand out money to everybody, but I'm trying to do the best that I can. I think it's working. We are changing the culture of the internet, or our little corner of the internet, and I'm incredibly proud of that. So I've got to go because I definitely am like the last like 5 or 10 minutes or so. I've just kind of like been like, oh, holy shit. You can probably hear it in my voice too. He's living in tomorrow already. Oh yeah, yes. Snow Leopard is living in tomorrow. It is first thing in the morning there. It is 6 a.m. It is quarter after 6 right now for Snow Leopard, 100%, which is amazing. That dude is the best. So just another jerk. Good to have you here. Always his brother. I appreciate it. Wolfson, I love your brain, brother. I love everything you bring to the table. I love your DMs. We'll be talking more. We're working some of that stuff out with you. You're very nice to gift me some of this stuff. You're really great. You're awesome. Let's see who else we got in house still. Just another jerk and Wolfson. Oh, Matt from Mo's Mind. Your snake armor will be in the mail Monday. I've got literally probably 7 packages that got to get mailed out. I'm gonna bring them to work with me, and then I will hit the very first post office. So yeah, I'm not sure who else is all here, but I absolutely cannot thank you enough for staying for this whole thing. I'm pretty sure next week is going to be my very first week of going. Oh, if I don't go to Cold Slither, next week will be the first week of me scaling it back to 8 p.m. to start. And then, because think about it right now, it would only be 11:15 if I go for 3 hours. So I have a feeling that everything I do is going to be between 2.5 and 3 3/4 hours. So that's going to be that. But so I definitely plan on seeing all, 6 a.m. That was awesome. We'll work on some cool shit for it. Yeah. Oh, fantastic. So that's it, y'all. Thank you so much. I will see y'all in those Twitter streets making it happen. I've got a lot of really cool shit coming up. It'll be a 4 hour show. Yes, yes. I mean, I've easily got another 4 hours. I have some notes, and there's so much more. Like last week too, it was the same amount of time as 3 hours 15 minutes, and I was like, oh my god, I had all this other shit I wanted to talk about. So we're making it work. I'm going to get back to having guests sometime soon. I'm trying to work it out. I'm going to have Matt from Mo's Mind on with CG Horror, and we're going to talk printing. I might add another person to the element. I want to talk to him first before I say anything about it. There's another member of our community I think would be cool to have him on with that, and I could easily get the 4 pictures set up. So we're going to see what happens there. But that one's coming up. I do have some other guests I'm going to be reaching out to. And yeah, but that's so I like doing it alone too. So either way is fine. But thank you for joining me. I have tomorrow night. I don't want to promise. Tomorrow night I should have something new, new content coming out. I did want to pick up where I left off with that last where the beachhead was telling the boys inside the building that, hey, the stingers just pulled up. You guys are gonna have to fight your way out. I did want to finish that. I did want to show everybody fighting their way through a couple stingers and getting back into the Atlas and heading out. So that'll be coming soon. I'm at a point now that where I just pick up figures and I start taking pictures because I just, I don't have the time to do all the dial building. Sometimes I just need to take a fucking picture real quick and post something on the internet. But yeah, that's it, y'all. Thank you again so much. I love and appreciate all of you motherfuckers. Without you guys, I don't do any of this stuff. So thank you again. Everybody go get some rest. I will see you all tomorrow in those Twitter streets. Thanks.